Season 15 Heist. Topper 17 verdigris. Topper 17 verdigris. Four whole dang years. Out this evening so I can't play. Happy Season 15.
About you and I can't get you out of my I keep thinking out of my thinking about you and I can't get you out of my out of my I keep thinking out of my I keep thinking ding a ding, ring a ding, ding ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, a ding, a ring, ring a ding. Out of my, I keep thinking. Out of my, I keep thinking. Out of my. About you and I can't get you out of my mind. I had that whiskey, had that wine. I keep drinking all the time, but I can't get you out of my mind. Yeah, I drink all these bottles down. I met every little girl in town, but guess what I'm thinking about? Yeah, I jumped up and down the wall, asked the Pope to save my soul, and I can't get you out of my mind.
Season 15? I remember season 1. Am I old? The answer to the universe. +1.
No difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you got.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening! It's Game Night Season 15, everyone, let's go! How you all doing? Welcome to Game Night Season 15 on Saturday the 20th of July. Hope you all are doing well. Did you enjoy the hiatus? Everyone have a good time? I missed you, I have to say it. I missed you, I missed doing this. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
It's season 15, damn, where does the time go? And good evening, LFG.
Good evening to you as well, Puzzle Dan. Thank you for the 100 bits. I miss you all. I miss doing this. I've really missed it the last couple of weeks. I'm really glad to be back. I said to Megs earlier on, I'm so happy to be going back to streaming tonight. I should just not have. I think having a sort of an in-between season hiatus is a good thing because it keeps it. You want to miss it when you don't do it. Yeah, but I am really glad to be back with you. Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the hiatus, and I hope you are keeping well. Well done to Arun, taking the most pennies out of the Plinko machine there. Thank you very much to BC for providing us with the first pack of the season. A bit unusual because I'm standing, and I don't normally stand for the first game of the night, but yeah, it is Purge time, and the rule is we stand for the Purge. What happened to the chair? Chair is still there. It's just unoccupied at the moment. Anyway, I hope you're all well and have been keeping out of trouble while I've been gone. What have I been up to? I was in London this week, just taking a few days away with Mrs. Flush. We saw Book of Mormon, which was very funny, but I wouldn't necessarily want to go and see with my mum. Necessarily, but we did the touristy thing, went to the V&A Museum, the Science Museum, ate out in a lot of different places. We had a curry, and we went for Lebanese, and we went to Chinatown for sort of slightly authentic Chinese, and Italian. We went for an Italian spaghetti house. So yeah, we had a lovely time in London. Did a couple of escape rooms. Saw a show. Went round Harrods. That was fun. So yeah, we had a really good time. And came back, as is often the way with city breaks. Came back more tired than we left. But we had an amazing time. Went to a wedding last weekend. Went to a wedding this weekend, but it was a gig this weekend. Last weekend was a friend, a sort of friend. When I've had a lot more to drink, I'll tell you all about that wedding, I think, but not just now. Saturday before was a quiet one, so yeah, we've just been sort of ticking along, and I've gone through and I've done a bit of maintenance to some of the old games, some stuff that I should have done, including this one actually. There's a new shader on the Purgeometer, which I'll let you discover for yourself in a few minutes' time. This pack comes to us tonight courtesy of Quizzle. I'm very grateful to Quizzle and to Nando as well, who has proved that I haven't actually seen these questions in advance. But I have got the answers open for me here, so I'm not gonna take part in this one. We'll save that for another time. But very grateful both to Quizzle and to Nando for giving us the inaugural headline game of season 15. Let me go down and do some hellos. Who have we got? Good evening to Lewis and SJ, Ardenfetz and Shapes, Prugs, Keshi, Lupine. Good evening, Topper and AB Me, Stilgar, Rapunzel, BC and Vixen. Hello to Sooty Cat and Not a Cat. Imagine you two turning up together. We've got a Sooty Cat and a Not a Cat. Welcome to you both. Fluffy Bunny, Arun, Paulister, Riasu Grem, Natter. Good evening, Brig, G. Eisens and Mr. Vertigo and Otley and Dan, 8 Minky and Nando, Stimson's Angle, Pyro, Pigby, Juz, 2, Maxio and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for season 15. Oh, where does the time go? And a message from our sponsor Vixen. No message, but thank you for that 2-month Prime subscription, Vixen. Most grateful to you. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, remember season 1 that went on for about 9 months before I decided to increment it on. Shorter seasons recently. This is also going to be a slightly short season, but we've got 2 streams a week now, because of course Throwback Thursday is kicking off this week, which I'm very much looking forward to. Some other thanks that I've got to do. G. Eisens, thank you for the 43-month subscription there. The Answer to the Universe +1. It's Otley, thank you for the 44-month season 15. I remember season 1. Am I old? Yes, you are. Thank you for the 44 months there. Sooty Cat, happy season 15 out this evening, so can't play. Well, thank you for the sub all the same, and enjoy the VOD if you get to catch it. Thank you for the 6-month subscription there. Simpsons Angle subbing at 21 months. Lupine subbing at 48 months. 4 years! Has it really been 4 years? Goodness gracious me. Manic Volcanic, welcome to the game. Lovely to have you in. Fluffy Bunny, did I say that? 6 months, season 15 hype. Thank you very much. And Riff and Brig getting their reward from last season's penny prize draw. I thought they both asked for subscriptions to this channel, so I thought, well, I'll wait till the new season starts before giving them. So I did them about an hour ago. So welcome you two. Hi, Manic Volcanic, first time chatter. It's lovely to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well, and I hope you're ready for some quiz. Now, first game of the night, if you don't count Plinko. Plinko. First game of the night is the Purge. The objective of the game is to answer the multiple choice questions correctly. The more of you do that, the more chance you have of staying in. If enough of you get a question wrong, then it will trigger a purge, which will be a non-multiple choice question, and you must answer correctly in order to survive. Okay, simple as that. We'll go until we've had 20 questions, I think, in the main game, or we have had 5 Purge questions, or we have 5 or fewer players left, whichever one of those things happens first. These questions have been provided by Quizzle and proofed by Nando, and I note Nando has written down his ideas of where he thinks the Purge triggers will take place. I think the first one will be sooner than that, but we'll see. There is anytime entry on this, but it's only for the background game. If you get eliminated, you can keep playing for pennies in this game. Pennies are still available if you get eliminated, but obviously if you're in and you've got a chair, then that's the main thing. I think that's all the catching up done. Really glad to be back. Should we get on with some quiz? Let's get on with some quiz. So, I've got a new Stream Deck as well, so I have 2 now, which seems entirely unnecessary. I haven't yet found a functional use for the second Stream Deck, but I got the Atomic Purple one, which is purple, believe it or not. So I've got a purple one and I've got an XL one as well. So hopefully I'll find a use for that over the coming season. Okay, I think we're ready to go. We've got 35 players in the game. We've got 47 players in the audience. Atoms aren't purple though. No, that's, well, do you know that? Can you prove that? Has anyone ever seen an atom that isolated? Actually, they probably have. Let's play the game. So, here's a quick overview of the rules once again. Answer the multiple choice questions. If the group fails to stay under the breakpoint, a purge is triggered, in which all incorrect and abstaining players must partake. No point in abstaining, so if you're not sure, just guess something. If a player answers the purge question correctly, they rejoin the game. If not, they are eliminated. Play continues until 20 questions have been answered, 5 purges have taken place, or 5 or fewer players remain, whichever occurs first, and the surviving players will then move on to the final purge, and there can be only one winner. Oh yeah, reminder that if you want to get your raid messages in, there's plenty of raid targets on tonight. Type a message into the chat preceding it with a hashtag, and the control center will log it. You give me a maximum of 3, and then at the end of the stream I'll pick my favourite. So hashtag your message here if you want to get a potential raid message in. So, all done through the universal controller. We're going to start with the tiebreaker question. This is a numerical question which may or may not come into play later on, but if it does, you don't want to be caught short. So give me an answer as a number. You'll have 20 seconds to do it. Let's go to the tiebreaker question. So, answering as a number, if you don't give me an answer, you'll be given int.max, which is bad. It's about 76 quintillion or something, so do give me a number. Let's take a look at the first question of the game. Across the 58 NFL Super Bowls played since 1967, how many touchdowns have been scored? And there's time. Quick scan down my answers. A couple of players getting very close here. I'm seeing a 3 away. I'm seeing a 6 away. I think they're the only 2 in single figures. I won't tell you who. You might be able to work out if it's you when I reveal the answer, but they're looking pretty good. But in the interest of anonymity, which is key in this game, I'm not going to tell you any more than that. But some close guesses. The correct answer: 318 touchdowns have been scored there. And we can see the new shader in the bowl of the Purgeometer at the bottom there. We'll see what that looks like when it comes up. I was getting fed up with the bleed on the previous shader, so we've got a new one. I think that's the same water shader that I use in Data Leak, actually. It's probably where the idea came from. Anyway, the breakpoint is set at 50%. If more than 50% of you are wrong, it will trigger a purge. Otherwise, we will play on to the next question. We're going to start with 2 options for each question. Here is the first, and your options are Mad Men, Breaking Bad, the TV series Better Call Saul, and the movie El Camino are spin-offs from what other TV series? Time. I see you want to start with. Correct answer: Breaking Bad, greatest TV show ever made, apart from possibly Better Call Saul, arguably even better. Love that show. I will make no excuse for blowing its trumpet. Let's see how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Nice easy start, avoiding that purge. 3% were incorrect, which I think accounts for 1 player. The other 34 giving me the correct answer: Breaking Bad. Very well done. Let's play on. We lower the breakpoint by 10% with each question until we hit a purge, at which point we will reset it and add 10% to what it was reset to. So it'll go back up to 60%. Hey Score, welcome to the stream, brah. Hope you're keeping well. Question number 2, options are Blackjack, Poker. The 2024 video game Balatro is based on what card game? everyone answering. Very good. And that is time. I think, despite the fact that it is based on poker, I think Ash the Bash and myself remain here. Oh, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Welcome to the stream, Bash. And Silent Marine, welcome in. How was your gig, mate? Hope it all went well. Yeah, Ash the Bash and I remain the only people in the universe not to have played this game, I think. Despite it being based on poker and the fact I'm a bit of a poker fan. Hot, I bet it was. It's been muggy today. It's been properly overcast. But it's still been warm. So, yeah. Hashtag get and hashtag play Velatro. How's that for a raid message? Possibly. A few raid messages coming in. Season XV, your message here. Your message here if you want to get a potential message in from 8-Bit Key. And hashtag Nandles Candles. Pardon me misspeaking. Anyway, welcome on in, everybody. Correct answer was poker. Let's see how many were wrong. Start the meter. Oh. Yeah, that does sound a bit not ideal. We avoid the Purge. We avoid the Purge. It's 4 going for blackjack, 11%, and 89% getting the correct answer, poker. We play on. Lower the breakpoint to 30%, and let's see what the question brings. Options are 14th century, 16th century. The Black Death was a bubonic plague pandemic that ravaged Europe in what century? Free beers is good. Can't say anything wrong with free beers. Love a free beer. Here's the thing, the rules, irrefutable rules. If you get invited round to somebody's house, you may not complain about the brand of free beer in their fridge. If they offer you like a Carling or a Budweiser or something equally horrible, you may not complain about it because it is free, unless the temperature is unsuitable. That's the rule. If they give you a free warm beer, that is grounds for complaint. If they just give you a free beer, even if it's a horrible brand, but it's cold, no complaints. Otherwise, you're breaking all the rules. The Black Death was a bubonic plague pandemic that ravaged Europe in what century? That was the 14th century. The Black Death lasted from 1346 to 1353 and was responsible for the deaths of around 50 million people, about half the population of Europe at the time. I thought that was the Black Death that was wiped out by the Great Fire of London, but apparently the plague had largely already finished by the time of the Great Fire of London, so not that one. I have a buddy whose band name is Free Beer. It's a good band name. The answer was 14th century. Let's see how many were wrong. Start the meter. Hello. We triggered Purge number 1. At least 3 bands with that name. Well, there we go, gang. What do you think of the new shader? I like it. We have triggered the Purge number 1. 37% were wrong. The breakpoint was 30. So the 13 players who were incorrect there are going to be put into this Purge. 22 who were correct. You don't have to worry about this one, but you can answer all the same. It's worth pennies. It's worth no points in the game, but you get pennies for it. So you can answer conscience-free if you fancy it. But the 13 players who were wrong, you must answer this question correctly. Who are you? Let's find out. Toppity 1, Mr. Vertigo, Simpsons Angle, Brig B, Keshi, Riasugrem, Timor Shapes, Black, Puzzle Back Again, R. Prugs, It's Otley, Paulister, and Cat. Trying to read from my debug, stood up. All of you are in Purge number 1. You must answer this question correctly in order to survive. If not, you will be purged. 20 seconds, best of luck. Here is the question. Oh, the U is supposed to be somewhat silent. Duly noted. In a certain game, what name is given to one of a set of 28 tiles, each one containing between 0 and 12 pips? So, Riasugrem. Time. So the Purge questions do get harder, as do the main game questions. The correct answer was, of course, domino. We accepted it in its plural form, dominoes, as well. Used to play that a lot going on holiday with my grandparents, and my parents as well, but standout memories of playing that, and starting with the double 6, that was always the rule. If you gave me the answer domino or dominoes, you'll go blue. If not, I'm afraid you're going to go red. And we have got a wrong or no answer from Riasugrem there. Riasugrem, no answer received from you, which means, unfortunately, you are going to be purged. Everybody else who was in the Purge did give me a correct answer and a message from our sponsor, At the Ref.
Wahey 50 months. Hi Ben.
Bloody hell.
Hope you're keeping well, good sir.
Very well, very warm as well, Matt. Thank you for the 50-month resubscription. Goodness me, 50 months. Where does the time go? Everyone who was in the Purge to give me a correct answer. A few wrong answers coming in from the behind the scenes game, but no pressure on you. Unfortunately, though, Riasugrem, no answer. You can continue playing in the behind the scenes game, but for now, I'm afraid it is a wrong answer, or no answer at the wrong time, and you've been purged. So we reset the breakpoint, we launch it back up to 60%, and we continue with the game. Still 2 options per question. Let's move on to the next, and the options are The Gambia, Zambia. Which of these African countries is the furthest north? I think it was Nando making those predictions, Ape, and no, he was not. There's time. I didn't make my own predictions on this one, though, but correct answer is the Gambia. Zambia's right down at the bottom end. The Gambia is elsewhere. I have no notes on that one, and my African geography is shit. But let's see how you all got on. Breakpoint is 60%. Slam door. How many were wrong? Start the meter. Northeast. Topper's a far better geographer than I am. We avoid a purge. 29% incorrect. 10 players going for Zambia. 24 going for the Gambia, and correct. And enough of you got it right that we can move right along to the next question. Lowering the breakpoint to 50%. 2 options here, and they are yakitori, teriyaki. A skewer would be necessary to prepare which of these Japanese foods? How's your East Asian cuisine? That is time, and the correct answer is yakitori. It's a dish of grilled chicken on a skewer, which is then typically glazed. Teriyaki is a cooking technique in which foods are glazed with a soy sauce and mirin mixture. Teriyaki is the only one of those I've heard of. I think you can get teriyaki in Wagamama's, possibly. Yakitori was the right answer. How many of you were correct? Start the meter. We avoid it. 24% were incorrect. 8 players going for teriyaki. 26 getting the correct answer and avoiding that purge. Well played. Let's go on. Lowering the breakpoint to 40%. Also increasing the number of options. You're going to have 3 options per question from this question onwards. Let's take a look at them for this. They are kite, rhombus, parallelogram. By definition, which of these quadrilaterals must have 4 sides of equal length? Revising your GCSE maths here. I remember this coming up a lot in GCSE maths, different quadrilaterals. Correct answer is a rhombus. According to my notes here, all rhombuses are kites, but not all kites are rhombuses. And all rhombuses are parallelograms, but not all parallelograms are rhombuses. So that's cleared that up. I think so. Rhombus is, yeah, that one. I think. Well, I thought parallelogram was that one. Was that trapezium? Parallelogram's like the rectangle, the slanty rectangle. Rhombus is the slanty square, and a kite is that one. Yeah. Let's move on from the maths and find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. We've avoided purge. 15% incorrect. 3 going for kite, 2 for parallelogram, 29 giving the correct answer of rhombus. Parallelogram's a skew rectangle. Cue the maths teacher to tell us more. I hope you got that one right, Itzali. You did. Well done. Shouldn't say, but it's all good. Let's play on. Breakpoint lowered once again to 30%. Let's take a look at the options, which are grass, gold, glass, Selena Saradothian is the heroine of the Sarah J. Maas fantasy book series Throne of what? Say it's not one I've come across. I've heard of Throne of Games. Harden Fetch is saying. I've heard of Game of Thrones. I've never heard of Throne of Glass before, though. But apparently that's the thing. Selena Saradothian, the heroine of the Sarah J. Maas fantasy book series Throne of Glass. See how many of you were wrong on that one. Start the meter. Pointing it again. 15% for the second time. Second question in a row. 4 going for gold, 1 for grass. 29 giving the correct answer of glass. Very well played. Let's reset the meter and we lower the breakpoint to 20%. Still 3 options available. Let's see what happens with this. Options are grizzly bear, panda bear, polar bear. Ursus maritimus is the Latin name for what bear species? Hello. JB Henry. No, Prey Stream is raiding with a message from JB Henry joining us. No S's, JB. Prey, thank you for that raid, my bro. Hope you're keeping well. Welcome to season 15. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. That's time, incidentally. Thank you for the raid, Prey. Welcome on in. Ursus maritimus is the Latin name for what bear species? The correct answer is the polar bear. The grizzly bear is a subspecies of the brown bear with the binomial Ursus arctos horribilis. And the panda bear, or giant panda, is Ailuropoda melanoleuca. Hashtag make Ben say things. He's actually put that in here. Ailuropoda melanoleuca is the panda bear. Curiously, also not. Is the panda bear a bear, or is it the koala bear that's not a bear? I think a panda bear is a bear. It's a koala bear that's not a bear. I'm doing very well, Prey. Welcome on in. Matt the Ref JB, Prey Streams, welcome to the stream. Great to have you all with us. Hashtag make Ben say things. Polar bear was the correct answer. Let's find out how many were wrong. Start the meter. Breakpoint's 20%.
Hope there aren't any questions about the Eiffel Tower tonight.
You've got a real sense of timing with that when it's going over the Purge meter. Thank you for the 100 bits. I hope there aren't any questions about the Tour Eiffel. Why? What's wrong with the Eiffel Tower? For the third question in a row, you have got 15% of you got it wrong. Don't know if it's the same 15% getting it wrong. 4 going for grizzly bear, 1 for panda. 29 going for polar bear. We have avoided the Purge, but only by 5%. If you do 15% again, we are going into a Purge after this next question. For now, we will play on. Breakpoint lowered to 10% and 3 options available with this question. And they are Pope John Paul II, Frédéric Chopin, Marie Curie. Which of these famous Polish people does not give their name to an airport in the country? Really hot. I'll have to change my shirt at half time. Correct answer was Marie Curie. Surprisingly, I would have thought she'd have been a shoe-in to have that. I've actually been to Frédéric Chopin Airport, I believe. John Paul II International Airport says Krakow. In fact, I've probably been to both then. John Paul II International Airport says Krakow. Chopin Airport serves the capital, Warsaw. I have been to both of those cities, so there's a quite high likelihood that I've actually been to both of them. But Marie Curie does not have an airport named after her, for shame. Breakpoint is 10%. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Curie Terminal would be an odd phrase. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, we have triggered Purge number 2. Just give me a minute for this thing to finish. I can't hear you for a minute. I've got to have to tie my hair up because I'm bloody roasting up here. And it's the problem with long hair when you're sweating, and it's just an unpleasant experience for everyone involved, mainly me. So this is well getting tied up. Big split there, you're quite right. 13 going for Marie Curie, getting the correct answer, 38%. But 35%. 12 players going for Pope John Paul and 9 going for Frédéric Chopin. Which means we've got a lot of players active in this purge right here. We're going to have 21 players taking part in this purge. You must give me a correct answer in order to survive. Let's find out who is going to be in purge number 2. That's a lot of players. Let's go through you quickly. Ralph, BC, Stimpson's Angle, Fetz, Brig, Opsy, Limmy, Timor, Shapes, Rapunzel, Puzzle back again, Sio, Stilgar, Portister, Season 15, Natter, Cat, a Purge Key, Vixen, Silent Marine, G. Isons, and Manic are all in Purge number 2. Full answer required, correct answer required in order to survive. Best of luck to you all. If you're not in this purge, you can answer anyway for potential bonus pennies, but everybody else, good luck. Here's the question. And Claire, welcome to the game. You got a chair. Do you not get eliminated immediately? That could be an interesting bug that I might have to fix. Welcome on in, Claire. Here's the question. What is the reflexive form of the personal pronoun I? The correct answer is myself. Your verb or pronoun conjugation. Yeah, a lot of people, quite a few players, certainly in the background going for me, which is not the correct answer. The reflexive form would be myself. If you gave me a right answer there, you're going to go blue. If not, I'm afraid you're going to go red. And there we have it. Lots of me's in there. Ralph, BC, Fetz, and Timor, Shapes, Siu, Stilgar, Paulister, A Purge, Milky, Silent Marine, and G. Isons all going for me. Natter going for we. Cat going for no answer. Puzzle Tango for I don't know, Ben, you tell me. Opsy, no answer. Brig going for you. All of those are incorrect answers. We've got a bit of a bloodbath here. Heck indeed. Unfortunately, the answer was myself. Very well done if you did give me a correct answer, but if you're one of those players I've just read out, thank you for playing, but I'm afraid you've been purged. 18 left, 18 purged. Claire, are you in? I don't even know if you're in the game, Claire. You might be in the game. We'll find out in due course. But we have gone halfway, which is about right after 2 purges. Maybe a little bit heavy purging, but we continue. Breakpoint reset to 70%, and we still got 3 options available per question. Here is the next. The lead guitarist, the lead singer, the drummer. The soundtracks for the films There Will Be Blood and The Power of the Dog were composed by which member of Radiohead? Welcome on in, Claire. I think the problem is when you get a lot of people, when you get a very low purge point and then you get a slightly trickier than average question, you can get a lot of people into the purge. Sometimes it's why you want to see a purge slightly earlier on, because it often means there's fewer people in it, but it's the nature of the game. That is time. The correct answer is the lead guitarist. The question refers to Johnny Greenwood, who also plays keyboards for Radiohead. I would have known Johnny Greenwood. I wouldn't necessarily have known he was the lead guitarist. We watched The Power of the Dog with Hermione, who's our big dog, and she gave it 0 out of 10 stars because there weren't enough dogs in it. There was 1, arguably 2. The answer was lead guitarist. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Start the meter. Now I can see her in the game, Keshi. I just don't know if she's a live player or not. Bloody hell! 2 in a row, gang! The forbidden juice has touched the level. Just 4 players getting the lead guitarist, 4 going for the lead singer, 10 going for the drummer. So 14 players are going to be in purge number 3. That's 2 purges in a row. Doesn't happen very often, but can do so. For those 14 players who were wrong, you are going to have to answer this question, this full question rather than multiple choice, in order to survive. Let's take a look who was wrong. ABME, Toppity 1, Mr. Vertigo, Stimson's Angle, Keshi, Limmy, It's Sotley, Silver Electron, Jers, Fluffy Bunny, Flyboy, Vixen, Manic, and SJ all in this purge. The other 4 players, and it... 1, 2, 3, 4. I think, Claire, you are a non-active player, but it's going to show your avatar. That's a late entry bug that I need to fix. But Prugs, Toot, Colo, and Rapunzel, and Claire, you don't have to answer this question. No penalty if you don't, but answer it for pennies if you like. We could be getting to a final at this point right here. But let's find out. Good luck to you all. Here is the 3rd purge question. Yes, you did. The greater or American and the lesser or Darwins are the 2 species of what flightless South American bird? Fine. Comforting to know I would have been out on the very next question anyway. The correct answer is the rhea, or is it pronounced ray? Unsure. Yes, no more notes on that one. Let's find out how many of you were wrong. Oh, all of you except Fluffy Bunny were incorrect on that one. Ostrich, eagle, emu, no answer. Orc, penguin, ostrich, nandu, finch, and falcon. All incorrect answers. So unfortunately, ABME, Topty, Mr. Vertigo, Simpsons, Angle, Keshi, Limiet, Sotley, Silver Electron, Jers, Flyboy, Vixen, Manic, and SJ. It's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and you've been purged. How about that? It is time for the final purge. This is a contrast from the last game. Last game we had of the purge, I think it was Shadow Maze Pack. We got all the way up to, I think, question 19 or 20, but then we only had 2 players in the final. This time we've got through 10 of 20 questions, which means those 10 questions that we haven't seen, Quizzle, and the 2 purge questions we haven't seen could be recycled into a future pack. But we have got our 5 finalists. It's not the quickest ever. The quickest ever was when I think everyone had gone out by question 2 and Bodycon was the only one left in, and it caused a bug. Flyboy, welcome to the stream. So it's not the quickest ever, but it's one of the faster ones on record. After 10 questions, we're down to 5 players, which means our finalists are going to be Prugs, Fluffy Bunny, Rapunzel, Colo, and Toot. Does it show us the scores if I press the magic button? Or does it just go to the final? We'll find out. No, but it debugs them for me. Toot is going to be in pole position because he's got 10 out of 10. Cola with 9, Rapunzel with 9, Fluffy Bunny with 8, and Prugs with 7. Toot also had a maximum score on the tiebreaker, but he's got the most questions right, so he does have pole position. Colo was the player who was only 6 away on the tiebreaker. He's going to be in the 2nd position. So let's see how everyone else got on with the game. Your general overall scores, number of questions correct, and purges survived are the 2 numbers represented there. No medals in this game other than the survivor of the purge, but those are the scores after 10 questions, and it is going to be a short game of the purge. Good thing we've got Spotlight coming up to pad out the stream. We've got the escape artist before that as well, yeah, truncated version of the purge tonight. But those are your scores on the doors. They will translate into pennies of some sort. But for now, Prugs, Fluffy Bunny, Rapunzel, Colo, and Toot, it is time for the final purge. Here's how it's going to work. Toot is going to decide the play order, whether he's going to go first or last. Each player in turn is then going to be shown half a question. Based on that half a question, they need to decide to play or pass. Oh, hello, Bodycon. No, you didn't cause the bug, but you were in the midst of the bug. And you still won, if memory serves. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. Based on the half question, they have to decide whether to play or pass. If they're going to play it and they answer it correctly, they can choose anyone they like to eliminate. If they pass it and the player they pass it to gets it wrong, that player is eliminated. But if they play and get it right, or if they play and get it wrong, or if they pass and the person they pass to gets it right, they themselves will be eliminated. So a number of tactics to employ here, and they will of course see the full question before they have to make a decision, or before they have to give an answer. But only half a question before they make a decision. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So, Toot, you've got control. Would you like to go first or last? Toot's going to play first, so head on into the gauntlet. If you get this right, Toot, you can choose a player to eliminate. If you choose to play, of course, you can then choose a player to eliminate. If you get it wrong, then you'll be eliminated, or you can choose to pass it. It's entirely up to you. Good luck. Here is the first question. Oh, one word of warning to our finalists. In fact, two things to say. First of all, if you're in the behind the scenes game, you can still answer. You still get pennies, though of course it doesn't affect this game. And if you are in the final, just take note of where on your app the player to select is. Because they may not be the same order as is on the broadcast. Just something to bear in mind. So make sure you're double checking who you are pressing if you're going to pass the question. Toot, you're playing first. Based on half question, decide whether you'd like to play or pass. What type of coffee drink? Play or pass? Toot's going to play. Okie dokie. Let's take a look at that question in full. What type of coffee drink shares its name with a 2024 hit for Sabrina Carpenter? Toot is in and right quick. Actually, the first of any of the players to answer. Answers coming in from the rest of the game. Even if you're in the final, you can still answer. Play along on this game. No penalty if you're wrong in this particular one. That's time. And the correct answer was espresso, which is exactly what Toot said. No extra notes on that, but Toot, that is a correct answer. You can purge a player of your choosing and choose who it's going to be now, please. Rapunzel, you have been chosen for the purge, obviously being seen as a threat. Thank you very much for playing, but you have been purged. We're down to 4. Colo gets the next question. Based on half question, choose whether to play or pass Colo. Here is that half a question. Bach, Beethoven and Brahms. And a message from our sponsor, Oni.
41? There's numbers after 40? I've only heard tales.
You've only heard tales. Thank you for the 41-month subscription there, Oni. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Colo is passing this one to Fluffy Bunny, Bach, Beethoven and Brahms. There's no Ask a Host option available on this one, though I'm not sure if I'd know the answer even. Fluffy Bunny, this question is for you. Get it right and Colo is eliminated. Get it wrong and you are eliminated. Good luck. Here is that question in full. Bach, Beethoven and Brahms are the names of craters on what celestial body? And that's time. The correct answer is Mercury. Fluffy Bunny going for the moon, along with almost every other player in the game. A couple going for Mars. There was one correct answer in the behind-the-scenes game, but everyone else going for some variation on the moon. Mars, Venus came up. Unfortunately, the answer was Mercury. Fluffy Bunny, it's a wrong answer, and it's a good pass from Colo. Fluffy Bunny, I'm afraid you have been purged. So, we move on to Prugs. Based on half question, decide whether you would like to play or pass. Here's that half question for you. Cornwall, Middlesex and Surrey. Prugs is going to play this one himself, so if he gets this one right, he can choose either Toot or Colo to eliminate. Bearing in mind, the one you eliminate will be the one you'll be playing against the other one in the final. Or if you get it wrong, it'll be a Colo Toot final. Just pulling out the boards, the medal cabinets. Toot's got 5 golds, Colo's got 1, and Prugs is yet to win the purge. So Prugs, if you win this, it'll be a first time purge for you. For Colo, it'll be a second. For Toot, it would be a possibly record breaking 6th. Good luck, Prugs. Here is that question in full. Cornwall, Middlesex and Surrey are the names of the 3 counties of what island country? Need an answer, Prugs. Time. The correct answer was Jamaica. Prugs has gone for Guernsey. That is not the right answer. Valiant effort there, Prugs. Tricky question, but unfortunately should have passed that one. Let's have a look. Colo did know the right answer on that one, so passing to Colo would not have availed you. Toot also knew the right answer, so passing would not have got you out of trouble. Both Colo and Toot getting that one right. So you were between a rock and a hard place there, Proogs. Thanks very much for playing. It's not going to be a first time tonight, because I'm afraid you have been purged. So, control goes back around to Toot. You got the first and the last decision on this one, Toot. You know the rules by now. Half a question, play or pass. Which 21st century Best Picture Oscar-winning film? I thought you might play this one before I've even finished reading it out. What 21st century Best Picture Oscar-winning film? Toot is playing this one for his 6th Purge medal, if he can get it right. If not, it's going to be Colo's second. Good luck, Toot. Here is that question in full. What 21st century Best Picture Oscar-winning film shares its name with a collective noun for a group of odd-toed ungulate mammals? Need an answer. And that is time. With no answer from Toot. Were you having a think? Did you run out of time? Talk to us, Toot. What's happened there? You hit the button. Not in time. Not in time, I'm afraid. For the record, what would you have said? Tell us in the chat, what would you have said, Toot? Out of idle curiosity. Spotlight, but I have no clue. Let's see if it's going to be bittersweet. The correct answer... it was Crash, so you'd have been wrong. No, Grace, well, you've got 20 seconds to answer it anyway, so, you know. Crash was the answer. Crash is the name for a group of rhinoceroses. Yes, 8 Nicky telling us rhinos. A crash of rhinos. Unfortunately, too, that is a wrong answer. It's not very often you get beyond question 1 of the final Purge. You're normally one of the first to get eliminated. But unfortunately, it's a tragedy of your own making at the end there, because you've not gotten the right answer. You could have passed it. I don't have a correct answer from Colo either, so a pass there could have been good, though I don't think Colo did respond. But as it is, unfortunately, it's a wrong answer at the wrong time, and I'm afraid, Toot, you've been purged. But Crash was a collective name for yesterday's computers. Yeah, it was a bit. Which means... we started with 36 players and we are down to just 1 for only the 2nd time and the first headline game of Season 15. Congratulations to Colo. You have survived the Purge. Oh, very well done there, Colo. A 2nd Purge medal for you. Congratulations. You must be very pleased. Very pleased. You've done a cracking game there. So very well done. 2nd highest scorer in the main game, and happy days all round. Thank you again to Quizzle for that pack. We've still got half a pack there, so it's possible, Quizzle, we might be able to reuse those questions in a different game in the future. But I won't share the It's a very interesting soundtrack, this one, isn't it? Anyway, lovely opening game there of the Purge. Very many thanks to Quizzle and Nando for writing and proofing respectively, and very well done to Colo, getting your second Purge medal. Very pleasing. Anyway, now seems an opportune moment to do some continuity, so I'm just going to very quickly mention that Throwback Thursday, the new Thursday night game night stream, which I know Topper will never catch on, kicking off on this coming Thursday, 8 PM BST, and we are going to be playing Retro Face Off. It's not Retro Face Off because it's using the new software, but the questions will be retro. Haven't yet decided exactly how the format of this is going to go down. I might do one, maybe two invitationals, but broadly I think it's largely going to be at least one or two free-for-alls. And of course, the game can accommodate up to 6 players now. So if you fancy some ye olde face-off, you will need a microphone. I'm not going to do webcams, but you'll definitely need a a microphone and access to the Discord server, which you can come and join right here. If you're not in it already, do come and join us. There's a little waiting room at the beginning now. We put some anti-bot functionality on it, so you have to sort of let us know who you are. But if you want to come join the Discord, that's the place to do it. Yeah, face off on Thursday. Coming up next week, there's a lot of things going on season 15. So just to highlight some things, this is the first time I've really had the opportunity to get on the mic and tell you about it. The Music Quiz Live is coming back by popular demand, 21st September. Mark your diaries now. We'll be having the Music Quiz Live 2. Electric Boogaloo, maybe. I've got my birthday stream on the 24th of August. That's going to be one of special magnificence. May or may not have some guests. We'll have to wait and see. There's mutterings of something else happening possibly the week after that isn't in the schedule, but it's to be confirmed. So keep that under your hat for now. Or keep it under your hat. I haven't told you what it is, but I'm going to keep it under my hat for now. Speaking of which, I got a new hat. I'm going to show you in a minute. I am going to be having a couple of guests this season, as has become the tradition with game nights. So I think I've got a guest on my birthday stream in one form or another. And there's a couple of other guests from tangential communities who are going to be joining at some point. I'm going to leave it as a bit of a surprise until I've got a few more details. But lots of things to look forward to in Season 15, which is running to the 28th of September. Most important thing that is new here is Throwback Thursday. So I do hope you can join me Thursday night, 8 o'clock. BST. It will be a shorter stream. It won't be the 2.5, 3 hour affair because there's only one game planned for each, but it's entirely possible something spontaneous might happen, like Spotlight, which is happening a bit later on tonight. As is our next game that's happening tonight, which is The Escape Artist. It's been written by Clive and it's been proved by me. A lot to like about this pack, and I do hope you'll enjoy it. I think that's enough swing there. So let's turn up to the correct volume and then pause it. Does anybody want to see my hat? No, I'll get it before Spotlight. Maybe I'll wear it for Spotlight. I now have 2 hats. But yeah, I went to London and bought a hat. It was very nice. Apparently the Wi-Fi's being shit again. Has anyone noticed any frame drops? It might just be the telly. Sort of semi-scheduled Spotlight. It wasn't formally scheduled, but I scheduled it this afternoon. I think it might be better to wear a hat indoors, possibly, but I won't wear it for long. Anyway, The Escape Artist, coming up right now, as written by Clive of Legend. Make sure you've refreshed your app right there. There's a couple of people who have asked questions in Discord, which I've answered, trying to keep on top of it, so I don't have a mountain of them to do at the end. But if you want to play The Escape Artist, get your apps ready, because it's starting now. Welcome to The Escape Artist. WVFS in the new quiz prison. Some quality of life things have gone into this since the last time we played. Whoa, that's a lot of bot messages. I wasn't expecting it to do that. Okay, that's not a quality of life thing. That's bordering on spam. But one of the quality of life things it does, it tells me how many players are in the lobby, so I don't have to just guess. We're at 28 so far, or count all the debugs. That's 29. Room for 39 in this game, so room for 9 more players if you would like to come and join. Does it always do that, Topper? Maybe it does always do that. I thought it only did that when you... Oh, okay. That's definitely not a correct thing. I should probably mix that. I don't know. You seem to know more than I do. It is my game, and I've just obviously forgotten that that's a thing that happens. But yeah. Okay. I thought it only did that if you were validating for the first time. It should, to my brain, only do that if you're validating for the first time. But... maybe Silent Marine, because it doesn't say on screen. But no, if it does it for every game, I don't know. Anyway, 34. Room for 5 more, if you want to come play. Good pack from Clive here. A lot to like. And yeah, we're going big and serious for the first episode of the season with a bit of Purge, a bit of Escape Artist, a bit of Plinko light relief at the beginning to lull you into a false sense of security. And yeah, now it's all very serious. Escape Artist and Purge, and Spotlight later on. We'll see how the changes to that have affected it. There is a sort of anytime entry, but if we hit capacity, it won't let you in, and we are 3 away from capacity. And of course, you won't get a cell as well if you join late. So I don't know, Arun. Am I doing anything on Wednesday this week? I might be hanging out with a load of nerds. I think I'm hanging out with a bunch of nerds, Arun. Nerds! I definitely need that on the soundboard. Because of the private jokes are a bit rude. Arun is on an OQL team that our OQL team happened to be playing this Wednesday. Yeah, it's Nerds Night Out. So that's my team. It's not my team. We're collective. I don't own the team. But it's Stravdi, Claire, Otley, me, Nando, and a few others who are I don't think sort of largely in the community. Prugs, shit. Oh, fuck. I knew I'd missed someone. Prugs as well, yes. I think there's 6 from the community, and then there's 4 or 5 others from outside the community. I know it's frightfully rude of me. But we're up against a Run's team, which I think is a Run, Shapes, Samster, maybe Quizzle. Oh, yeah, Lisa from Eggheads is one of ours. Catnip, some people might know Catnip as well from the olden days. But yeah, Lisa the Egghead, Catnip, Dr. Jonathan, James, and I'm going to have to check the WhatsApp group because there's one other, Mark, former lawyer Mark. Yes, that's pretty stacked. Who have I missed? I don't know your team. I don't even know my own team. Never mind the opposing team. Yeah, Mark as well. He's in the industry. He's a question writer in the industry as well. So yeah, we've got a good bunch. I think there's 11 of us, and we have a good time. I've sort of taken a back seat this last season because of stuff going on at home with Dylan, who's much better, by the way. Because I posted in Ash's Emotion channels for those of you who don't know. He's been going through some health things at the moment, but he's much better. We're into the summer holiday. He's gaining weight. Not an eating disorder, as it turned out. It looks like it's actually a celiac disease, an intolerance. So, but he's doing much better. So, but it's been a very stressful few months. But yeah, he's on the mend, and hopefully getting back into school come September. He's on summer holiday now. But yeah, so I took a bit of a back seat because of all that going on, and work's just been mad as well. So yeah, but this week it happens to be we're playing a Run and Shapes, Samster, Quizzle. I think jogging's on the team as well. So yeah, it should be a bit of a barn burner. And I said to David, I know I'm taking it back. I played one, and I've said I'm happy to come. I'd quite like to do this one, so I'm happy to come and either read or take part. I haven't decided yet which it's going to be, but should be fun. Anyway, I'll give you another 30 seconds. We've got room for 3 more if anybody wants to come play. Thank you for all the love in the chat, by the way. Yeah, he's doing much better. Ben and Charlotte off the side. Oh, okay. I remember them. And Jack Wilfred offered the politics. That kid, deputy political editor. Thanks, by the way, to everyone who came along for the election night coverage. That was a really good fun until about 3:30 when Mrs. Flush came into my office and said, "It's 3:30. Shut the fuck up." Or words to that general effect. You only have 4 in any given week, but we can't all do every week, so it rotates. So we've got 11, and it sounds like they've got 8 or 9. Just after 4am. I went to bed just before Liz Truss. I'll put it this way, I went to bed, and 10 minutes later, Meg's alarm went off at about 6:30, 7:15. So, yeah, I don't get much. I then went to sleep till about 9:15, and then got up for work and had a slow morning. Who won? Labour won topper. No spoilers. Right, we've got 37, which is good enough for me. We're going to have 2 empty cells. I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7. You woke up to trust. Nice. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's lock you in. Okay, so first thing that's new, you've got a QR code and a room code. Going a bit simpler. Hopefully everything works out. A lot of this is the same. I need to look at the Trello board to see exactly what I've changed. But there you all are, locked in your cells, and it is time for the escape artist. Let's go to round one. Round one is initiate. Answer any 5 of the 10 questions in order to escape. The harder the question, the more points it is worth. You cannot answer more than 5 questions. Answer incorrectly and you lose a life. Although I've just realised that those straps are now over the thing, which is slightly annoying me. I don't hate it. The answer strap is behind behind the QR code and the room code. Anyway. Get it wrong, you lose a life, lose all 3 lives, or fail to answer and before the end of the round, answer 5 before the end of the round, you'll be eliminated. No penalties for abstention, but of course if you don't answer enough, then you'll be eliminated anyway. At the end of the round, bonus points is awarded for each remaining life, but you must get 5 correct. Okay? Okay. So that's the question order, 9526731041. So an easy question at the end and a tough one at the beginning. It's up to you which 5 you answer, but once you've answered 5, you cannot answer any more. That is critical, okay? So have a think about which 5 you're going to go for, or maybe you're just going to answer the first 5 that you think you know the answer to. Bear in mind those 3 lives and bonus points awarded for each life left at the end. Good luck to you all. This pack from Clive of Legend. Let's start with a 9-pointer. Question number 1. Which sport that joined the Summer Paralympics in 1980 was specifically designed for the visually impaired, featuring balls embedded with bells and requiring players to wear blindfolds? That's your time up. 19 players have had a go, 18 have abstained on that, and the correct answer is... It's called goal ball. Goal ball. Players basically launch themselves across the playing surface to stop the ball. It's quite a sight. Wrong answers there. Boccia, floorball, boccia, table tennis, football, boccia, football, boccia, blind football, boccia, and blind football. I don't know if blind football is a commonly accepted alternative, or boccia for that matter. Blind football, more commonly known as blind football or blind soccer, not the same thing, different Wikipedia article, and boccia was the other one that came up a lot. Pronounced boccia, Paralympic sport introduced in 1984, the following Olympiad, not that one. So unfortunately I can't accept boccia or blind football, both of them incorrect. But very well done to the players who got that one right. Silver Electron, Potter, Shapes, ABME, Pistachio Nats, and Matt. That's 9 points. Good start. You'll go red if you are on your last life. Until then, your door will be the same. It will show you on your app how many lives you've got, but not on the broadcast. Let's go on to question number 2 for 5 points. Take a look. In May 2024, the US Department of Justice sued to break up Live Nation Entertainment, a company formed by the merger of Live Nation and which other online event sales company? ...19 players attempting, 18 abstaining that time. The correct answer was... Ticketmaster, more players getting that one right. Rias going for Tesco, not the correct answer, unfortunately. Yeah, Ticketmaster. Hooray is the note that I've got here, and I keep forgetting that this game now debugs the notes into my console, so I don't need to keep looking at that screen. I can just look at this one the whole time, which is great. Hooray, yes, Ticketmaster was the correct answer. Well done if you got that for 5 points. Rias, you're on your last life and your door has gone red. One more incorrect answer, you will be eliminated from the game. You must still get 5 questions right. Question number 3 is worth 2 points. Take a look at this. Kuribo is the Japanese name for which Mario enemy, the first to be encountered in Super Mario Bros. Fine. 26 having a go at that, 11 abstaining. The correct answer was... It was the Goomba. Loosely translates as chestnut person, which is interesting. I always thought they looked like mushrooms. Oh, I've got a new public chatter. Colin, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Are you DJing something tonight? Hope you're well. Lovely to have you with us. Goomba, wrong answers Koopa, Kirby, Wario, Bowser, Copper, Bowser, Koopa. All incorrect. And you're going to lose a life. Everyone else who got it right, 2 points. Well played. Riaz, still on your last life, so tread carefully. But those bars are starting to light up. Let's go on to question number 4. This is worth 6 points. Take a look. Mario World are a bit more chestnutty, that's true. Question 4. Which Walt Disney World attraction was originally developed as Zippity River Run before changing its name to promote a 1984 film that starred Daryl Hannah as a mermaid? I'm going to be very mean here to the 3 people who've put that. Claire, Colo and Brig. I'm not going to allow that. The correct answer was Splash Mountain. Originally themed after the controversial film Song of the South, it's been rethemed as Tiana's Bio Adventure. So Clive said he'll take either Tiana's Bio Adventure or Splash Mountain. The film was Splash, and that's what Brig, Colo and Claire went for, but we were after the attraction, not the name of the film. It was changed its name to promote a 1984 film, but the question was looking for the attraction Splash Mountain, so unfortunately we can't accept it. Likewise, Colin, we can't accept The Little Mermaid, I'm afraid. Yes, it was to promote Splash Mountain, to promote Splash, which is a film I've never seen to this day. But there we go. If you gave me a wrong answer, you're going to lose a life. Everyone else who got it right, 6 points. Rias, Brig and Claire, you are on your last life, so tread carefully. One more wrong answer, you will be eliminated. We're going to move to question number 4. This one's worth 7 points if you give me a correct answer. Take a look. Which actress, best known for Annie Hall and The Shining, passed away last week at the age of 75? Silver Electron, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. 13 players giving this one a go, 24 abstaining. Bit of current affairs. Yeah, local recent celebrity deaths. I did see this one, was sad to see. I've only seen The Shining once, but she did a tremendous job in that film. The answer was Shelley Duvall. No notes on that question. Shape's going for Channing. Not the right answer. Unfortunately, Shape's going to lose a life. Everyone else who attempted it, giving me a correct answer, getting themselves 7 points. Well played. Okay, some different colours appear. If you require all, you have gone orange. Colin, Colo, Flyboy and Opsy. Rias, Brig and Claire, you are still on your last life. I think the orange colour takes precedent over the other one. So Colo, you've gone orange, but you are also on your last life. But priority order will turn you orange and then red later on. So you're on your last life, Colo, but you also require all 5 of the remaining questions. Let's take a look at question number 6 for 3 points. Launched in 2015, the podcast Till Death Do Us Blart sees its hosts reconvene once a year for eternity to watch the sequel to which 2009 comedy film? "24 players attempting, 13 abstaining. The correct answer there was Paul Blart Mall Cop. Was the answer. The hosts have chosen others to replace them when they die, so the podcast can continue forever. Timur and G. Eisen's going for Mole Cop. That I will accept, because Blart was in the question, so it's sort of implied. Paul Blart was down as a correct answer. Mole Cop was not. I'm going to allow that, because it's a 3-pointer rather than a 7-pointer, so it feels more generous. So, Timur and G. Eisens, that one has been condoned for you. I cannot accept Goonies, so Colo. So, unfortunately, I think that means you might be due for elimination, along with Colin and Flyboy. One player has escaped, that is Toot. Very well done. We will see you in the next round. But Colin, Colo and Flyboy, thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. So, we finally get your score on display once you escape. Toot on 23 points. You've got a prisoner number at the bottom of your cell once it locks, and there's about 5 or 6, I posted in the Discord, there's about 5 or 6 different Easter eggs. If you get any particular numbers, it will play an audio track. But the odds of that happening are quite long, because it's a 1 in 100,000, or nearly a 1 in 100,000 chance. So, or 5 in 100,000. So we'll wait and see if it happens. Let's take a look. One away. It's Sotley, Fetch, Shapes, Paulie, Keshi, Manic, and Escape Minky. Any one of the remaining 4 questions, and you will escape to the next round. Matt, Fluffy Bunny, Jers, Opsy, and Silent Marine. You need all 4 of the remaining questions. And Rias, Brig, and Claire, you are on your last life. 90210 is one of them, Jers, as is 24601, as is 54321. And I'd have to look at the Discord for the code to figure out the rest. But yeah, there we go. So lots at stake here as we go to question number 7. This is the hardest one of the lot, worth 10 points. Have a look, decide if you want to play. Good luck. Here it is. With apologies for the font. Kyo Sakamoto's Ui Umietu Akuo was the first Asian language song to top the US Billboard Hot 100 chart, though Anglophone audiences most likely know it under which alternative, irrelevant title? Just 3 players attempting that one. 31 abstained, don't blame you. Tough question. One of you got it right as well. The correct answer was Sukiyaki. Sukiyaki. And I am going to have to look at my thing over here because the notes are so long they've gone over the end of the console. The original title translates to I Look Up When I Walk, as the song is about a man looking up and whistling as he walks so his tears can't fall. Oh, excuse me. The American executive who brought the song over, renamed it after the Japanese hot pot dish as he thought it would be easier for Americans to remember. So there you go, Sukiyaki, and one player getting it right, Limmy. I think that's a run. Yes, a run getting that one right for 10 points. Good play there. Unfortunately, wrong answers Gangnam Style and Hamster Song, both incorrect. You're going to lose a life. And in the case of Matt, that does mean you're going to be due for elimination, along with Fluffy Bunny, Jers, Opsy, and Silent Marine. You've either run out of lives or there's not enough questions left for you to hit those 5. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. So, still only one player escaped. That's Toot, who's escaped on 23. Limmy, at Sotley, Fetch Shapes, Paulie, Keshi, Manic, and Escape Minky are 1 away, with a 4, 8, and 1 pointer still remaining. Potter 1, Simpsons Angle, Nando, Mr. Vertigo, Stilgar, Rias, Brig, Prugs, Wear the Cue Ball, and Claire, you require all. Simpsons Angle, Rias, Brig, and Claire, you are also on your last life. Thank you for the heads up, Colo. Appreciate that. I missed the power user alert, but hashtag power message, indeed. I heard that one. I was looking for it then. That's good for me to know. Maybe problem is OBS is on the left monitor, though that would probably be a better place to put them if I'm reading notes. But I appreciate the heads up, Colo. I will be mindful of that. Season 15, baby. Indeed so. Question number 8 is worth 4 points if you want to attempt it. Good luck. Here it is. In 2008, lawyer Rada Sterling founded a semi-alliterative organisation whose stated aim is to aid people detained in which city, the most populous of the UAE? Number of clues into that question. Semi-alliterative, so you're thinking, it's probably going to begin with a D. Most populous of the UAE, United Arab Emirates. It is, of course, for 4 points, Dubai. Detained in Dubai was the name of the organisation. It's Sotley, Shapes, Keshi, Manic, and Escape Minky. Very well done. You are through to the next round. We will see you there. Rias and Brig. Unfortunately, there's either not enough questions left or you've run out of lives. You're going to be eliminated. Rias going for Michigan. Suyo going for Saudi Arabia. Silver Electron going for Delhi. That one was alliterative, but unfortunately not the right answer. Rias and Brig, thank you for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Put some points on the board. It looks like Shapes has got the lead with 27. Not sure how many lives he had left, but he'll get some bonus points if he had at least 1. ABME, Ralph, Limmy, Rapunzel, Fetz, Pistachio Nats, Timor, BC, and Paulie. You require 1 of the remaining 2. Potter, Simpsons Angle, Nando, Mr. Vertigo, Stilgar, Suyo, Prugs, Vixen, Silver Electron, Wear the Cue Ball, Claire, and G. Eisens. You require both the 8-pointer and the 1-pointer. Simpsons Angle and Claire, you are on your last life. Question number 9 is worth 8 points. Good luck. Here it is. Which bald Australian comedian turned his hard chat segment into the successful hard quiz before becoming the Australian Taskmaster? Where's Lewis gone? 12 players attempting this, 15 abstaining. The correct answer. Tom Gleeson, not to be confused with Tom Gleisner, who is also bald. Stimpson's Angle going for Chris Best. Still got heck, I'm out. Suyo going for Tom, good but not enough. Paulie going for Tom Cashman, wrong Tom. Limmy, Rapunzel and Timor, you have escaped, very well done. But unfortunately, Potter 1, Stimpson's Angle, Mr. Vertigo, still got Suyo, Silver Electron and G. Eisens. Unfortunately, it's time for elimination. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Just a note to say, if you are eliminated, you can of course continue playing. You still get points and they are worth pennies. There's no lobby medal in this game, but you can get extra pennies, which are always good. One away and requires all is one and the same, because there's only one question left. AB, me, Ralph, Nando, Fetz, Pistachio Nets, BC, Paulie, Prugs, Vixen, Weather, Cuball and Claire. All needing this question for a single point in order to get through. Let's see if you can make it. Good luck. Here is question number 10. Maglev Railway Systems use what devices to levitate the trains above the tracks? That's time. 11 having a go, 9 abstaining. The correct answer was, or 9 abstaining, I'm assuming the players who've escaped. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would add up. That debug is probably slightly misleading because you haven't abstained, you're already through. Anyway, correct answer. It's electromagnets, but we would accept magnets or any variation thereupon. Levers is not the right answer, but there are a couple in the background game. Flyboy going for magnetic levitation, which I will allow if I can find you. And Jers going for magnetism. Where are you, Jers? You'll have a red ring around your name. There you are, magnetism. Yeah. I mean, magnetism isn't a device technically, but it's a one-pointer, so it feels generous to give that. Oh, I like the rings around the names. It makes it much clearer to see who I'm condoning. Excellent. Lovely. AB, me, Ralph, Nando, Fetz, Pistachio, Nats, BC, Paulie, Prugs, Vixen, and Claire. You are due for escape. We will see you in round 2. Where the cue ball? Unfortunately, not quite getting there. Dan, one question shy. Levers was not the answer. I can't give it to you, so unfortunately we have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. And we top those points up. 19 players have escaped and 18 were eliminated. Just over half making it through to the next round, which is fairly standard escape artist fare, which means the pack has been pitched about right. If you've been eliminated, you can continue playing, of course, for bonus pennies. But for now, let's play on to round number 2. Round 2 is sustain. For every life you had left at the end of the last round, we've given you an extra point and we've given you your 3 lives back. In sustain, the objective is to reach the target in order to escape. Target set is the highest score, plus 15, the highest score from round 1 plus 15, and each question is now worth 5 points. Answer incorrectly, and once again you lose one of your 3 lives. Lose all 3 lives or fail to reach the target before the end of the round, and you will be eliminated. As before, there are no penalties for abstention, but you will be eliminated if there aren't enough questions left for you to hit that target. Unlike round 1, you may continue answering after you've escaped, but you can still be eliminated if you lose all your lives. So use it with caution. If you've gotten through, you're through and safe. You don't have to answer the questions even though you can. If you run out of lives, you will still be eliminated. So use that advantage cautiously. At the end of the round, you get a bonus 2 points for each life remaining. So it's another bit of jeopardy. You get 2 points if you just for each life left if you just sit it out, whereas if you attempt it and get it wrong, then you can do the maths. You must reach the target before bonuses are applied. So if the target is 50 and you finish on 49 with 3 lives, it doesn't matter that you would have ended up with 55. You must hit 50 before the end of question 10 or whatever the target is. Okay? So, round 2 is sustain, and that's a new quality of life thing. Thank you to Prugs for that. In the broadcast, it will tell you how many points are available and how many questions are left. The target, as it happens, is 45. I'm still not debugging who the highest scoring player is, though I can probably work it out. Someone on 30. Looks like Rapunzel and Limmy and Timor are all on 30. So, you've got the fewest number of questions to answer. You need 3 out of 10 in order to get you 15 points up to 45. With those with lower scores have got a little bit more work to do. Let's play sustain. Question number 1 for 5 points. Take a look. The wall game is an unusual sport that is only played at which Berkshire public school? Time. Not a cat. The game was designed that anyone who escaped should be able to make it through. Otherwise, there's no point in being able to escape if you escape. The minimum you can escape on is 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 15, I reckon. Which means you need 35, which means you need 7 if the target is 50. Or the min-max differences, so 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 is the maximum. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. It's possible at any point to escape if you get to round 2. The correct answer, Eton College. Stimpson's Angle, that's phonetically plausible. I will allow that. Elementary and Oxford, both incorrect. The rules are incomprehensible and only one goal has been scored in an official game in the last 40 years of play. Everybody who attempted that getting it right, well played. Let's start you back up. 9 questions remaining, 45 points available. Target is still 45. Let's take a look at the second question. Longer question coming in. Take a look. Episodes from the early life of Archibald McCandless MD, Scottish Public Health Officer, was the subtitle of which Alistair Gray novel adapted last year by Yorgos Lanthimos into an Oscar-winning film starring Emma Stone. Lot to process on that question. Well done if you got it. The correct answer was Poor Things. 6 players attempting. Poorly going for Little Things. Half right, but unfortunately I can't have it. Mr. Vertigo going for La La Land in the background game. Also incorrect. Poor Things was the answer. Well done to the 5 players getting that one right for 5 points. That's how you back up. 8 questions remain. 40 points still available as we go on to question number 3. Take a look. Strangled, poisoned and electrocuted all at once as a publicity stunt in 1903, what kind of animal was Sea Lion Park's Topsy? Time. Correct answer. It's an elephant purchased by Paul Boyton. A series of incidents gave her a bad reputation. When the park was purchased by Frederick Thompson and Elmer Dundee, they arranged to execute her publicly to promote their new park. I believe it was a QI question as well on electrocuting an elephant. And elephant was the answer we were after. Monkey, sea lion, seal, sea lion, orca, and sea lion. All incorrect. Good a guess as any, given it's about Sea Lion Park, but unfortunately not the right answer. Well done if you got that one right. 5 points to you. 7 questions remain, 35 points available. Limmy, Rapunzel, Timur and Toot, you are 1 away from escaping. So you've got a slightly different shade of blue on your cell door. Give me one more right answer, you are through to the next round. The only category from Spotlight last time, yeah, a little bit. Oni does like to do wordy categories. Maybe we'll see some more Oni categories in Spotlight a bit later on. We'll have to see. Let's play on. Next question. Question 4 for 5 points. One of the most famous sufferers of the once common glass delusion was Princess Alexandra of Bavaria, who believed she had a glass version of what musical instrument? Time. I'll give that to you, Fluffy Bunny. It's not got through the spell checker, but I can see what you're getting at. The correct answer was piano. Fluffy Bunny, where are you? Where are you at? Oh, everyone's in red, so it's difficult to find you. There you are. Piani. I and the O are next to each other. We'll allow that. Even in the background game, we can condone. Condoning in the background game, it'll never catch on. Violin, flute, harp, flute, violin, trumpet, garp. I think that might have meant to be harp. Violin, trumpet, violin, piano, which I've condoned. Everything else incorrect there. Yeah, she would walk sideways through doors to avoid shattering the piano into 1,000 pieces. A very intelligent woman, she went on to be a writer of stories, essays and plays for children. Very well done. If you got that, just BC and shapes. Everyone else who attempted at getting it wrong, let's light you back up. 6 questions remain, 30 points available. Limmy, Rapunzel, Timur and Toot still 1 away from escaping. Paulie and Escape Monkey, you are on your last life, so your door has gone red. Tread carefully. Here is the next question for 5 points. It's question number 5. In ballroom dancing, the cha-cha-cha, rumba, and jive all fall under which category of dance? (15) Attempting, 4 abstaining. The correct answer was Latin. Latin was the correct answer. There were a couple I want to condone. Vixen going for Latin American. Let me just double check that, because this is one I did triple check because I'm not very familiar with dances. Latin dance, a general label on a term in partner dance competition jargon. It refers to a type of ballroom dance or folk dance that mainly originated in Latin America. So I think I'm going to allow that, Vixen, for Latin American. If I can find you. You're still in live play. There you are, Latin American. Yes, we'll have that. Tango, jig, quick step, salsa. These are all types of dance in their own right rather than styles of dance. Rhythm, waltz, tango, salsa, swing, classic, standard, and 3/4. All of those are incorrect. I'm not going to allow. Limmy, Rapunzel, Timo, and Toot, very well done. You've escaped into round 3. Paulie and Escape Minky, unfortunately, a wrong answer at the wrong time. Escape Minky going for 3/4, Paulie going for salsa. Thank you both very much for playing. But it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Shapes and Vixen, you are 1 away. It's Sotley, Fetz, BC, and Manic. You are on your last life, so tread carefully. We're at the halfway point of the round. 5 questions left, 25 points available. 4 have escaped. Rapunzel, Lemmy, and Timor all on 45, 2 on 46. You can continue to answer. Remember, you get bonus points for every life you've got left at the end. For everybody else, you're chasing that target of 45. Here is question number 6 for 5 points. Take a look. A traditional Eton mess is composed of berries, whipped cream, and what sweet ingredient made of stiffly whipped egg whites and sugar? Goes very well with this bad boy as well, of which I've just cleared the bottle, and I'm going to have to go and open another one. Love and eat a mess, we make them regularly. 16 players attempting, just Natter abstaining on that one. The correct answer was meringue. There's some things to condone here on spelling. Simpsons Angle, Matt, and Vixen all going for some variation on meringue. I can see what you're getting at, so I'm going to allow it. Egg schnapps, though, I'm not going to allow, AVB, unfortunately. Simpsons Angle and Matt are in the background game. Where are you? There's Matt. Meringue. Simpsons Angle. Phonetically plausible, we'll allow it. Egg schnapps, though. I don't think I could take it, APB. They sound interesting. Yeah, meringue. It's unsure whether mess refers to the appearance of the dish or just to a quantity of food. Either way, it's very tasty. Incidentally, on the last one, host notes are completely missed because there are a lot of wrong answers. The official competition ones also include the samba on those Latin dances, as well as the cha-cha-cha, rumba, and the jive. But yes, Eton mess contains berries, whipped cream, and meringue. Very good. I'll let Puzzle Dan refresh his app, and let's light you back up. Shapes, you've escaped. We'll see you in the next round. Pistachio Nats, you need all remaining questions. Nando, it's Sotley, Prugs, and Claire, you're 1 away. It's Sotley, Fetz, BC, and Manic, you're on your last life. Oh, there's a whole rainbow of colours going on there. We've got green, blue, red, orange, nondescript, and eliminated. Beautiful sight. 45 remains that target. 4 questions left, 20 points available. Here is question number 7. The D-Ream song Things Can Only Get Better was adopted as the campaign theme of which political party during the 1997 UK general election? Attempting, just 1 abstaining. Who's abstaining this time? Fetz sitting this one out. Correct answer was, of course, the Labour Party. The band has since banned Labour from using the song after the Iraq War, but that didn't stop Steve What's-his-chops when Sunak announced the election, blaring it out in Downing Street while Sunak was stood in the pissing rain without an umbrella. What? He's just so bad at politics, isn't he? The official leader of His Majesty's opposition. What a twat. Anyway, Nando at Sotley proves that Claire, you have escaped into round 3. We will see you there. So politics alert. Yeah, raid message potential there. Manic Volcanic is an American. We've had this election recently, so what a twat. That's a good raid message, ain't Mickey? That's top of the list. What a twat. Manic Volcanic, yeah, American, but unfortunately, I mean, this pack, I can't really say anything. This pack was written by one of our American friends, Clive, so unfortunately, it's bad news for you. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. 74004. No 24601s yet, but have we got close? I've looked at the broadcast. It's actually clearer on the broadcast than it is on my broadcast. That's not what it is. Clearer on OBS than it is in Unity. The fonts are a little bit difficult to read on the numbers there, but I don't think there's any 24601s at the moment. Anyway, BC, you won away. Any one of the remaining 3 questions, and you will be through to the next round. Fets and Pistachio Nats, you require all. Fets and BC, you are on your last life. Question number 8. Take a look at this. Standing on ground which later became part of Luna Park, the Elephantine Colossus was a hotel turned brothel in which neighbourhood of Brooklyn? Time. The correct answer was Coney Island. Coney Island. The dude made 3 elephant-shaped buildings, only the first of which survives. Her name is Lucy, and she lives in Atlantic City. Luna Park, incidentally, is the park Thompson and Dundee built to replace Sea Lion Park. Bit of a callback to an earlier question. Hell's Kitchen, Bed-Study, Bronx, the Bronx, Manhattan, Coney, yes, I think I'll allow that. Hell's Gate, Queens, Hell's Kitchen, Queens, Harlem, Queens, Manhattan, and Queens, all incorrect answers. Fets and Pistachio Nats, unfortunately you're either out of questions or out of lives. Either way, it's the end of the road. Thank you for playing, but it's the end of the road. And it's lights out. AB Me, Ralph and Keshi, you need both remaining questions. AB Me, Ralph and BC, you are on your last life. Question number 9 for 5 points, with 2 remaining and 10 points. Take a look at this. During the heartwarming 2023 finale of The Piano, which presenter joked, "I can't cry with this much eyeliner on"? 11 players attempting, 3 abstaining. I have to say, I've not seen The Piano. Everyone says, "Oh, you should watch it, it's so good." I have opinions about this, which I feel are probably unpopular. So I'm not going to share them just now. But as a former professional concert pianist and someone who still moonlights as a concert pianist, I have opinions on that particular show. But I've never, to be fair, I've never sat and watched an episode, just the highlights. But I'll keep those opinions to myself for now. The long and short of it is, the correct answer is Claudia Winkleman. Clive has put here, "I am trying desperately to find an interesting way of asking who hosted The Piano, and this is the best I've got." Claudia Winkleman was the answer. AB Me, whatever you've written there is not right. Ralph going for Davina McCall. Pistachio Nats, RuPaul. Timor Noel Fielding. Proves for Mika. 2 for Emma Willis. Manic for Lady Gaga. Jers for Cowell. All of those incorrect. BC, you're due for escape. AB Me and Ralph. Unfortunately, not enough questions left for you to continue. Thank you very much for playing, but for you two, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. No pressure, Keshi, but all eyes are on you, my dude. You're on 42. You're 3 shy. Even if you've got lives left, you must hit 45 before the end of the round in order to escape. So, you've got to get this question right. Everyone else who's playing along just for the bants or the extra pennies, you can relax a little bit. But Keshi, you've got to get this one right. No pressure. Good luck. Here's question 10. Literally meaning what was to be shown, and appearing at the end of mathematical proof, the initials QED stand for which Latin phrase? Some of the players who are already through giving it a go. And that is time. Keshi did get an answer in. Was it the right one? It was not. Quod erat demonstrandum. is the correct answer there. Keshi going pretty close, quid ergo, and then running out of steam. Let's take a look at some of these wrong answers. AB me, that's close enough for me. AB me for quad eris demonstrandum. Demonstrandum is the word I'm looking for, really. Ralph, quad S demonstrandum. Good one. Good one. Where are you, Lupine? Find you. You're in the background game. There you are. Quid pro quo. No, that doesn't conform with the initials NAT. Quick equal decimal. That's not close enough, Rias, unfortunately. I'm going to condone those two, but no others, unfortunately. Keshi, good effort, mate. That's the breaks, mate. Good effort. Good effort. Good hustle. Unfortunately, though, not quite making it through to round 3 this time. It is the end of the road, and it's lights out. So, after that round, 11 players escaped and 8 were eliminated. Again, getting into about the 50% mark, we're left with 11 players going into the final, with scores ranging from BC on 48, no, even it's Otley on 47, up to Toot on 66. But round 3 is where it is made or broken? That doesn't work. For you 11 players, it's time for round 3. Round 3 is survive. You must outlast all other players. Slight change up of the rules in this round. The first player to answer correctly restarts the clock and sets a drain running on all remaining players. Stop the drain by answering the question correctly. If nobody answers the question correctly in 15 seconds, all players lose the maximum for the question. Lives have been replaced with refire. These allow you to attempt the question more than once. Once they are exhausted, only a first answer will be accepted. You may attempt every question once for free. So even if you've got no idea, attempt it once. It does not cost you a refire to try the question once. If you exhaust your points, you are eliminated from the game. When only one player remains, they are declared the escape artist. It may happen before the end of question 10, but those are the rules. No, you can't, Rotted Rapunzel. Unfortunately, no whispers anymore. If you're Universal Controller, so try joining on a different device. If you join with the same Twitch credentials, it should let you rejoin and just refresh on your new device. But unfortunately, no, you can't do that. Unless we've had players join in the game, and I don't know if you're getting an error message. Is anyone else having problems with the Universal Controller? Anyone else having issues with the Universal Controller? All okay. All I can suggest, Rapunzel, is try joining on a different device. Yeah, occasionally you need a refresh. It's internet doing internet stuff. Yeah, give it a refresh. If not, try joining on a different device. You can play on mobile on this game. It's on the screen, Rotted Rapunzel. WVFS in the bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, it'd be CrowdStrike. That'll be what it is, Jizz. For sure. Come rejoin, come refresh. It should let you just refresh on the app and you'll be back, and you might need to revalidate, but it should automate. There you go. It's just refresh it for me right there. Hurrah. So, drain rate is 1 point every 3 seconds, up to a maximum drain of 5 points. So we start steady and we increase as the round goes on. Good luck to you all. Here is question number 1. Mrs. O'Leary's cow has long been blamed, likely incorrectly, for starting which city's 1871 Great Fire? Shapes was in and wrong. BC was the first player to get it right. Lots of answers coming in subsequently. I will parse through the logs at the end and see what happens. Time. 11 players answering. The correct answer was Chicago. Let's see, Timor going Dublin, then Chicago. BC going Chicago. Claire going Dublin, then Chicago, so getting it on a refire. So yes, you'll have lost a life, but you will have stopped the clock. Well played. The answer was Chicago. She was found innocent at a tribunal, and most supposed witnesses have inconsistent stories. I think it's cow racism, personally. Let's light you back up. Toot with the lead is 70. Limmy's in second with a very nice 69. Rapunzel in third with 64. Down to Vixen and BC on 50. And it's Sotley on 44. Let's go over to question number 2. I'm glad I debugged the data. In which event of the Highland Games do athletes aim for a score of 12 o'clock? Toot's the first in. Limmy, I will condone that on ads. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to do a lot of condoning here. By the looks of it. Time. Correct answer. The name is officially the caber toss. I'm getting a lot of caber tossing and tossing the caber and so forth. So let me go through this. It might take me a minute. Tossing the caber with 68 points and 2 refires. Caber tossing with 69 points and 3 fires to invert and apply the state shift click to play itself. There we go. Hopefully that's done that for you. A run. Caber toss. Rapunzel toss on its own is not enough. I needed the word caber. Log throwing again I'm not going to allow because we've lost the keyword caber there, Timor, so I'm not going to allow that. Shapes, tossing the caber. Tossing the caber, 62 points and 2 refires. Oh, you must use the refire on the previous one. Okay, gonna have that. Shapes. Throwing, not specific enough. Prugs, tossing the caber. Yes, I will allow that. Where are you? Only one. 50 points and 3 refires. Yes. There you go. You get your 4 points back. Caber toss. Vixen caber toss. That's and then going for Welly. Claire going for caber. Oh, did it allow caber? It did just allow caber. Vixen, I'm inclined to allow caber toss because you're pretty close to the word I was after. Go on. There we go. Yeah, that's all good. Fortunately, this new condone system lets me do things like that relatively quickly, though I probably should have just allowed for tossing the caber and variations thereon. But I'm feeling generous tonight, so very well done if you did get a right answer there. In the background game, there's a few in the background game, actually. You only get one attempt in the background game, don't you? So, Keshi... Oh, quite a few getting the condone off of that. Lots of people saying tossing the caber. Fets... That's condoned it for you. Matt, did it condone it for you? Oh no, you just said tossing, so we can't have that. Jers, has it condoned it for you? It should debug. Why is it not debugged everyone who it condoned? I do not know. Give me a sec. Just Colin check, and that's condoned it. Right, looks like it's condoned it. Didn't condone it for you, Mr. Vertigo. What did you say? Tossing the caber. You and Colo getting that. There we go. Yeah, apparently I'm not debugging that, which is... There we go. Yay! Yay for condoning. Relatively quick. We'll fix that in the edit. Let's move on. Toot with the lead of 70. Limmy's in second with 69. Shapes is in third now with 62. Down at the bottom, BC on 45. It's Sotley on 44. Let's go on to question number 3. Hans Holbein the Younger's 1533 painting The Ambassadors contains which macabre object placed front and centre in a distorted perspective? Toot was the first in here. Time. Yeah, it's oh, accept all cookies. It's this bad lad. It's that weird skull thing that you see there. Great painting. I read a thread from the culture tutor recently all about Hans Holbein the Younger. It might have been about that painting, but yeah, it's a skull is what we're after there. Well, that's it. It's a skull. Skull. Scythe is not the right answer. Everyone who attempted getting it right, apart from BC who went for scythe, unfortunately that is not right. Head is not specific enough, so I'm not going to allow in the background game. Ah! Are the host notes, as in, ah! Let's light you back up. We're going to increase the drain rate 1 point every 2 seconds up to a maximum of 7 now, because 15 is the amount of time you get. Toot in the lead on 70. Limmy's got 69. Shapes on 62. It's Sotley on 41 and BC on 40 down at the other end. Let's see how we get on with this next question. Take a look. If we want skulls. This next question will be read by Yorick. Google asked if you meant your favourite artist when searching for which American singer whose singles include Good Luck Babe and Hot to Go. Sorry. Time. Correct answer. Chappell Rowan, or Chappell Rowan, possibly. Alexa, Taylor Swift, Petty, and Rowan, all incorrect answer. Apparently, she blames a random twink at Google. Clip it, yeah. Clip the moment Yorick hosted a question. Can't accept any of those wrong answers. And nothing. Vixen saying Chappelle in the background. Chappelle. No, so the rule that we follow is that you need surname. Surname only is fine for real people. Fictional people, generally first name is fine, but for real people, surname is what we need. Feels like I could be charitable on that one, but I'm going to stick with the rule of the game that you need the surname, which is what was down on the answer sheet. So we can't allow that, unfortunately. Let's light you back up. Toot still with the lead, 70. Limmy still in second, though a decreased second down to 62. Shapes is in third with 55. BC on 33, it's Sotley on 34 at the other end. Let's take a look at another question. Yeah, surname priority. That's the rule we play. Gotta have some house rules. A favourite of Scrabble players. What two-letter word refers to a type of lava with a rough, rubbly surface? Toot was the first in. Refi is available, remember. Time. 8 players and 3 abstentions there. The correct answer was that. Apparently it's pronounced RR. Composed of broken lava blocks called clinkers, which is a fun name. Toot and Vixen getting that one right. Everyone else going for Chi and IQ and YX and QX and other variations thereupon. Unfortunately, not the answer. We did accept AA without the diacritics. Except when you touch it, it's ooh, yeah, quite, David. It's very hot. Very hot indeed. Oh yeah, touche, Lewis. Thank you for that. I've just seen that power user alert from the previous question. I didn't allow it anyway, but it's all good. We're all done. If you got that, let's light you back up. Toot now with a more extended lead, still with 70. Limmy's in second on 55. Shapes in third on 48. It's Sotley and BC still 10th and 11th with 27 and 26. Let's go on to the last question with this drain rate. Take a look. Name for the theatre that showcased their works. Savoyards are devotees of which theatrical duo? Toot starting the clock. Shapes in and right, BC in and right. Nando in and right, Rapunzel in and right, Sotley in and right. Prugs in and right, Limmy in and wrong. 8 players attempting, 3 abstaining, and the correct answer was Gilbert and Sullivan. Laurel and Hardy, not a right answer from Limmy there. Unfortunately, you are going to lose the maximum. Everyone else getting the correct answer, Gilbert and Sullivan. No more notes on that one, except to say I've conducted a few of their works. They're all right. Let's light you back up. We increased the drain rate 1 point every second up to a maximum of 15. Everyone is still in safe territory at the moment. But for a couple of players only just. It's Sotley on 22, BC on 24. Toot still with the lead of 70. Limmy and Shapes now tied in second, third with 48. Rapunzel in third with 43. Big lead from Toot. He's going to need a couple of maths questions to dislodge him from that 70. But let's see what the next question brings. Question number 7. The sheriff of Twin Peaks shares his name with which American president who assumed the office after FDR's death? BC is the first one in. Well, BC is the first one in and correct. Time. 11 players, all 11 attempted. The correct answer was Harry S. Truman, Wilson Hoover, Truman, Harrison, Truman, Hoover, Cooper, Truman for Toot. That's where he lost that point. Truman and McKinley McKinley, an incorrect answer. I have no idea if it's ever explained, says Clive Legend. And here's a message from our sponsor, Digital David.
3 years.
3 years indeed. It's really 3 years, 36 months. Bloody hell. It is. Thank you for the 3 years of support, David. Most kind of you. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. And do stick around for some spotlight, semi-spontaneous spotlight coming up a bit later on. Let's light you back up. Toot now has a very nice 69, which is nearly double the next place. Rapunzel in second on 38. Nando's got 36. Limmy and Shapes on 33. BC on 24. Vixen 22. Timor and Claire on 21. Prugs and its Sotley are in the danger territory. Prugs on 15, it's Sotley on 7. Both of you in peril. That's why your door has gone red. If you get this one wrong, you will be eliminated because you'll lose the max drain of 15 points. Good luck. Here is the next question. Question number 8. Take a look. From the Sanskrit for cycle of existence, what term in Buddhism refers to the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth? Toot has started the clock. Time. 9 players attempting to, abstaining there. Hello. Message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
So is that spotlight or spontaneous?
Spontaneous spotlight. It could be one and both. A run getting on a refire. That's why I'm confused by my logs. Correct answer. Samsara was the answer there. I have no further notes for you on that one. Nando going for Chakra and then Asana. Limmy going for Karma and then Samsara, so getting there on the refire. It's Sotley just going for Karma. Rapunzel getting Samsara. Timor Reincarnation. Shapes going for Chakra, but not refiring. Prugs, Ouroboros, and then Karma. And Vixen getting Samsara. Unfortunately, it's Sotley and Prugs. Your points have expired. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Toot still with a lead of 69, more than double the next position on 30. Rapunzel, Limmy's got 29, Nando on 21, Shapes 18, Vixen 13, BC on 9, Timor and Claire both on 6. Timor, BC, Vixen and Claire, you are in peril as we go to question number 9. Take a look at this. Since this strip was taken over by Peter Gallagher, which cartoon cat can be seen wearing strange helmets, driving the meat tank, or consorting with the garbage ape? No one has got it right yet. A couple of people in the background game have. Toot has finally gotten there. Clocks are on. A few players running out of points. And that's time. 8 players attempting, 1 abstaining. The correct answer was Heathcliff. It's surreal. Nando going Fred. A lot of Garfields. Garfield and Felix. Garfield, Top Cat and Sherman. Garfield, Heathcliff. Garfield, Hobbs and Barr. Heathcliff. Unfortunately, only Heathcliff would have sufficed. Timor, BC and Claire, thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. So we come to the final question of the game and everybody's door goes red because nobody can escape the potential peril of this question, potential jeopardy of this question. Toot's got a commanding lead of 69, Rapunzel on 15, Limmy on 14, Vixen 9, Nando 6 and Shapes on 3. But any one of them could still win because in this question you lose 1 point every half a second. And the maximum drain is infinity. The clock will continue draining until you run out of points. Toot, you have got masses of thinking time here. If you need it. If Toot is the first one to answer correctly, then Toot will win the game. If anyone else answers first correctly, then Toot needs to get an answer in before his clock drops below their points. I wish you all the very, very best of luck. The final question of the escape artist is: if 3 doubles didn't send you to jail, on which space of a standard US or UK Monopoly board would a player land if they started on go and rolled boxcars 3 times in a row? Limmy's there first. Shapes is also there, stopping their clock. Toot's got a couple of refis left. Everyone else's clock has run out. All eyes on Toot now. He's got there! Woo! It took him a minute! There was some pressure on there because Limmy and Shapes both managing to get the answer and stopping their clocks and watching Toot's clock tick down. So Toot, you prick. Sorry, Proogs, thank you very much for the 22-month subscription. I think it's the first I've got in this game. Good luck all. Thank you very much indeed, Proogs. Hope you're well. It took Toot a minute to get there, but he did eventually. The correct answer was chance. Boxcars is double sixes. 3 double sixes is 36. 36 spaces from go is chance on both the US and the UK Monopoly boards. Yeah, a bit of a... It's the standard puzzle thinky one. It's multiple choice by sort of... what's the word I'm after? By omission, if you like, because there's only a finite number of spaces. Nando going Mayfair, and then running out of time. Limmy and Shapes getting chance on the first one. Two originally going Electric Company, and then finding chance. Very well done, Toot. You've managed to hang on to that lead. All eyes were watching you, and the pressure must have been unbearable, but you've managed to survive. Unfortunately, Nando, Rapunzel, and Vixen all the way to question 30, but unfortunately, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. So, Shapes and Limmy, you get to stay with the light on, but you get to stay in your cell all the same. Not be with the light on, but there can only be one escape artist in this game, and there is a new animation. So everyone make sure you watch the broadcast for this bit, because it's very exciting. Very many congratulations to... Oh, a second hype train. Level 1, 69%. Pog. Thanks for the 2 gift subs and the 100 bits. Most grateful. New animation. Congratulations to Toot. You are the escape artist. He's gone. He's fucked off. Bye, Toot. He's escaped. He'll send help for Limmy and Shapes, I'm sure. And it does that for every single cell. You can potentially do that for 11 out of 10. Thank you, Topper. He's gone. Limmy and Shapes, the only ones left with the lights on. So he's gone. He's fucked off. His parole failed. Get him back. Yeah, I could probably do that with other players as well, but I would. Let's see. I'll do it. See if we can do it for Shape. I'll do it for Limmy because he's got the next highest score. If we remember how to do it, is it the animator on the avatar? What happens if I go mid-win? Oh, you bust out through the doors. Okay, I don't know how to put you back now. I think once you've gone, you're gone forever. Limmy's gone with him, but his doors are still locked. Let me see if I can open the door so that it looks consistent with itself. Where's the animator component? There it is. There we go. Do I have to press toggle as well? No. Oh no, the bars are still there. I'm obviously missing something. Anyway, that's a jailbreak happening. We should let Shapes out as well, shouldn't we? Come on, Shapes. You're free to go as well. Is that top win? There you go. There you go. Shapes escaping as well. They don't get the official... Let's just open the door too, so we're consistent. Yeah, so it's consistent. You don't get the medal, but you get the animations, because I'm quite pleased with how that went down. I think we got a scores thing. Oh, for God's sake, I didn't fix this. That looks so stupid. But the date has been written to the drive. That's the number of questions that you got right out of 30. And for some reason, it looks like that. I probably did that in 10 minutes before a stream one time. So, yeah, let's not feel too sad about that. But there we go. Anyway, those are the final scores. Thank you all very much for playing. Thank you to Clive for a lovely question pack there. Really, really great stuff for the escape artist. And David, formally welcome to the stream. Lots of raid messages coming in. I'm going to have a tough job picking those. But before we get to the raid message, we've got a message from our sponsor only, 91_573.
After weeks of wandering the wilderness outside Quiz Prison, Toot realizes that the certain future of the four walls of Sanctuary are safer than the uncertain future of freedom. And so, his spirit broken, he returns to the prison from whence he came. Quiz Prison resumes as normal same
time next week. Thank you for the 100 bits, Oni, and that beautiful story. Let's see if we can make it happen. Where's my cursor? Why is it over there? Where was Toot? There he was. I'm sure I can bring him back. If I just... There he is. He's back. Can I close the door again? I don't know if I put a retraction. No, I didn't put a retraction animation on it, so I can't close the door. But he's still there. Should we make him win again? Let's make him win again. Mid-win. There you go. He's off. Anyway, I'm having far too much fun with these animations, but glad you enjoyed them. Odie, welcome to the stream. That is the end of the scheduled games, but we've got a late edition of Spotlight, the rebuilt Spotlight. I listened to the feedback from last time. There were a couple of bugs. It's now got a fixed length of 10 packs. So that's going to be a total of 30 questions in the main game and 10 questions in the final for a total of 40. It just gives it parity for the leaderboard. It means you know how long you're sticking around for, rather than it just being potentially an indefinite game. The capacity is still there to do that, but I thought for a regulation play, it's probably going to be better to just have a consistency. So it's going to be 10 packs. Hopefully it'll move along at quite a snappy rate. It seemed to move faster the last time we played, but yeah, it's had some quality of life changes, a few tweaks in the broadcast as well, a couple of things that I've still got yet to do, but we'll see how that plays out in a few minutes. I'm going to roll the credits. I'm then going to play some adverts, so if you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts, but don't worry, we won't start Spotlight without you, and I do hope you'll come back and join us for semi-spontaneous Spotlight coming up after the break. Thank you again to Clive for a lovely pack of the Escape Artist there, and many congratulations to Toot. You are the Escape Artist. Coming up after this very short break, we will be having the return of Spotlight. Bonus pennies available for you right now, so if you want to claim them, now is the time to do that. I need to move that to the use folder, I need to close that software, and I need to play some adverts. So, semi-spontaneous Spotlight coming up very shortly. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
ce vrei cu mine? Ori sunt păcat, ori sunt icoană, pot fi balsam pentru rană, naivă și seducătoare, o lacrimă, dar și iertare. Drumul meu urcă și coboară, la tine zi, la mine seara. Ba te ascult, ba nu aud, știu mă iubești așa cum tu. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține.
So, not quite spontaneous, but somewhat spontaneous spotlight coming up now. Hopefully this will work better than the last one. Mind you, the last one worked okay until the end, where just things started breaking because of a stupid oversight on my part. I'm hoping that's been fixed. I guess we'll find out. Hope you all are sticking around for this game of Spotlight. I have just loaded up the game and... oh, hello. I've got some file mismatches. Okay. Must have done some renaming. Okay. File name mismatch in JSON for that. Oh, that's because their new packs have come in. It's not file name mismatch. Right, that's the end of that song. I always like that song. Right, I've got some new packs have come in recently. One from Arun and two from Topper. This is obviously the first time I've run the software, and it's imported them in perfectly happily, which is always nice when your code works. According to the data here, I have got 44 unused packs by 19 distinct authors, and I'm now limiting the game to 10 packs per game, so you know how long it's going to last, and there's going to be a comparable leaderboard. So... I've also got 11 used packs with 7 distinct authors because we played 11 in the last game. So, as ever... I'll come to that camera for a minute. As ever, you are always welcome to write for Spotlight. It requires 4 questions on a relatively niche subject, but still has to be accessible broadly. At least 1 or 2 of them do. Yeah, it's a really nice, easy way to write in. You can write something in 10, 15 minutes. I've got a pack that I wrote and then didn't import. Oh, I might have to do that real quick. I might have to... Oh. I tell you what. You stay there. Stay there a minute. Because I definitely wrote a pack for this. And I just don't think I've imported it in. Because I was... It's because it was to do with something very specific that was happening at the time. I wrote the pack, anticipated the answers, and then didn't follow up with it. Where would I have written that? It'll be on this Google Drive, won't it? Game night. Question packs. Spotlight. There it is. There it is. I'm going to trust myself that it's all correct. True. Yeah. 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 Fuck it. Okay. I'm adding my pack in. I'm adding it in. It'll take me about 30 seconds. If this doesn't come up tonight, I'm going to be deeply sad, by the way. Let's just paste that into there. Why are there fireworks going off? Is something going on tonight? Control V, Control S. Spotlight Assets Trivia. What is it called? I know what it's called. It's called That by That. Save. Close. 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 That can stay there. Close. Stop the build. And now, hopefully, having just saved that off, it'll just load it in again. No one Big Ben's fan. You don't know which one it is. I've got a couple in here. Oh, no valid credit name for that one. Author credit name will not be appended. Fuck. Why have I not got a credit name for myself? That's stupid. That's really dumb. Really, really dumb of me. Is it in managers? In credits manager? I'll just keep it in there. This has not got a dictionary that just doesn't have my own name in it. No, it's not in there. Where's credits names then? Is it MISC? No. Credits? No, that's animations. It's not going to be there. Oh, for God's sake. I was going to do it manually. But that's really dumb that I haven't got that. And the fact that I can't find it is troubling. Build credits dictionary. Where's that? Point to. Trust me, this would be worth the wait. This takes slightly longer than 30 seconds, though. Credits CSV.text. Oh, there it is. It's just a text asset. Fine. Credits CSV. There it is. Credits name. Credits names. Oh, no, don't open in Excel. No, God, don't do that. Why are there fireworks? I mean, what is happening? Open with Notepad. Hey, I have got a name there. Oh, this is just silly. Okay, fine. I'm just going to manually append it. Because I can't have that. Yeah, you watch it not come up tonight now. What's it put in there? Right, I'm just manually putting it in. There we go. Right. That's done. Hopefully the game will build now and be happy. Sorry. Sounds like a contradiction. It is a bit. Well, it doesn't seem unhappy. It's not flagged a problem. 45 unused packs with 20 distinct authors. Why it couldn't find my name? I must have typed my name wrong on the CSV then. Which I'm very quickly going to go and have a look at. And then I'm going to start the game. Where is it? There. Go and Explorer. Did I type it? Oh, you know what? I bet I did. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, okay, I know what I've done wrong. I put... Okay, that might be a... I've just spotted a potential bug in a thing. Actually, I'm glad I checked that. Because that's compiling them in the wrong order. And actually, we're going to have an author name as a category, if that's incorrect. So let me just check one of the latest ones that's come in from Arun, which was... Did it begin with a T? Or a C? C. Category text, author, or no, okay, that's great. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck I've done there, but it seems to be working now. Right, let's start this once more. Sorry, I appreciate that's a really boring thing to just sit and watch me doing things that you can't see, but the reason you can't see is because I'm looking at live data, so hopefully I've now fixed the problem. And we can play some Spotlight. 45 unused packs with 19 distinct authors. That seems right. Sure, that's right. Okay. Spotlight time, gang. Let's go. Spotlight. And if you want to play, you'll need the app. And you can join the game right there. MJVG is the code you'll need. Yeah, sorry about that brief delay. I'm still not entirely sure I know what's going on, so I'm going to continue to explore it off screen while you join the game. What is happening there? I don't know if I just exported it incorrectly. Or maybe there was an error in my data. It looks to be okay now. Toppy, you submitted a new one as well, didn't you? Let me see if I can just find that. It's an old one of yours. That was a new one. Oh, that's all fine. It's appended your name in, okay. Okay, well, I don't know what I've done there, but I think it's a me problem rather than an anyone else problem. So, new rules of Spotlight. We will play a maximum of 10 packs. We won't play a maximum of 10 packs. We will play exactly 10 packs, which is nice. And so that's 30 main game questions and 10 questions in the final. You can get a maximum of 12 correct in the Spotlight before you are forcibly ejected from it. Same rules as ever apply though. If you get any 2 out of 3 or 2 out of any 3 incorrect, you will be eliminated from the Spotlight. Nobody is safe from the Spotlight. There is no exclusion method here. So everybody gets a chance at glory, which is lovely. So, I'm not going to hang around too long. I'm going to award Matt the ref these 100 pennies that he's just claimed. I really need to put a tab function on here. And then I think we're going to start the game. How many have we got? 1. Oh, there's another. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 31. Still a good number. Still a good number. Okay. Why does that keep going back to there, is my question. Interesting. Might have broken my new Stream Deck. If you're ready, let's put a player. Is that the first thing I do? No, I lock the lobby. Anytime entry is available if you want to come join at, well, any time, as the name suggests. But we need to start by putting a player into the Spotlight. No way, Nando, if you're here, I can re-pick if you want to give someone else a go. Connors, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Nando, who of course has got the high score, I'm happy to pick someone else. That's very sporting of you, Nando. I can do that. Nando, of course, had a good run at it last time. So I can, I believe, resend the... Why does it keep doing that? Okay, what is going on there? Whenever I click off, it does something strange. Okay, I need to look into that because that's a problem. Let's reselect our Spotlight player. AB me! There we go. Nando, that's very sporting of you. Very good sport of you there, but you say Nando did have a good run at it last time. AB me, I think you need to press a button to confirm you're still here. There we go, and there is the Spotlight. This is AB me. Welcome to the Spotlight game. How long can you survive for? We will find out. But first of all, let's take a look at the category board. And 4 brand new categories never before seen, or certainly never before played, and the options are Glovers by the Lupine 1, 69 by Oni91_573, Night Fever by Cola Cola. And before I reveal the last category, AB me, you'll have an option to either select or swap. You can swap once on your entire visit. If you don't like any of the categories, you can swap one of them to pick a different one. But be careful which one you're pressing, because I haven't yet done the side-by-side buttons, so they just look a bit random. But the swap one, I think, is in orange, if you want to swap. Night Fever by Cola Cola, or cast members from Channel 4's Cheap 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 by Arun Aromatics. That's a brand new one that's coming today. Pick a category or swap one if you like. You have got a swap available. We're going for 69 by Oni. Oni, if you are in the game, you won't be able to answer these, but you'll be given, I think it's 100 pennies and 3 free points in the game. So if Oni is in the game, and I can't see him at the moment, he'll have a score of 3 before we've even started. But 69 is the category. AB Me, you are in the spotlight. Let's take a look at your first question. 69. Nice. Where is Nice, or possibly Nice? Near the French-Spanish border, near the French-Italian border, or near the French-German border? Answer now. 10 seconds. Never felt so honoured. There's time. Correct answer. Near the French-Italian border. I have no more notes for you on that one, but AB Me getting it right because the big border went green, and as we can see, it is now a green circle inside the ring. The ring indicates which question we're on, and the circle indicates correct or incorrect answers. So hopefully that makes sense. Near the French-Italian border is correct. On to the next nice question. Let's take a look. In numerical theory, 69 is a lucky number. Which one of these is not lucky according to the same formula? Is it 7, 77, or 777? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. 77. I have no notes on this because I think this is a legacy pack from before I redid it. In the new version, I can import notes in and I can give you information about it. But apparently the answer there is 77. AB Me getting it right. You're definitely going to pick the next category. Let's have your last 69 question. Which Spice Girl duetted with Summer of 69 singer Bryan Adams on the 1998 hit When You're Gone? Was it Mel C, Victoria Adams, or Mel B? 10 seconds. Love that song. Sorry, it's going to change the batteries in my vape pen because one of them has died, but the other one hasn't. Let's get those changed because otherwise I'm going to get etchy. Is it that way? That way. Great song. Oh, baby, when you're gone, I feel like I'm in love. LC and Bryan Adams. AB Me not getting that one right, which means you've got 1 out of 3 wrong. You must get the next 2 questions right in order to stay in the spotlight. But before we get there, you have survived that first category and you get to pick another one. Let's go back to the category board. We've got 3 categories that you didn't pick last time that now all appear at once, and 1 new category, and you've still got a swap available. The new category is Doctor Who by its Sotley. Swap available, or pick one of those 4. We're swapping the incredible third category. We're taking away cast members from Channel 4's Cheap Cheap Cheap, which was a new pack from a run that came in today, and it's been replaced by Clouds by Shadowmane, which is the one we are going for. Shadowmane, if you're in the game, which again I don't think you are, you'll get 3 free points and 100 pennies. But we're going for Clouds. No more swaps now, AB Me, and you must get the next 2 questions right. Let's take a look at your first question on Clouds. Fitting with their name, pyrocumulus clouds form from which natural disaster? Is it tidal wave, volcanic eruption, or earthquake? 10 seconds. Your time will come, Arun, don't worry. Purge, to answer your question in the Discord in Spotlight, does locking the lobby mean anything if it's anytime entry? No, in the same way that locking the lobby doesn't mean anything in any other game with anytime entry, but locking the lobby seems to be the nomenclature I've landed on after many years of doing this. So yeah, locking the lobby, but it's not actually locked, anyone can join. But yeah, valid question, but possibly different language needed. The correct answer: volcanic eruption, sea of green. Pyro, of course, coming from the Latin for burning, I think. Volcanic eruption is the right answer, and you're still good, AB Me. Let's move on to the next. Which of these is the name of a cloud often associated with tornadoes? Is it trombone, tuba, or trumpet? 10 seconds. And that's your time up. The correct answer. No, it's tuba. You've gone for trumpet, which is unfortunately the wrong answer. And you can see 2 red lights on the board. Hopefully that's clear. 2 wrong answers out of the last 3, and we're currently on question 2. ABME, you managed to get 3. It might be enough to get you into the Spotlight final, but we'll have to wait and see how subsequent players do. Unfortunately, for now, you have been eliminated. So the lights go yellow to signify the high score. It's currently set by ABME. 3 questions in the spotlight, and ABME, your border goes purple. Oh, that's a new thing. Yeah, if you're an author selected, your border goes blue, so that you're not the only player who got it wrong if it's an easy question, as we saw last time. But we need to put another player in the spotlight to finish off this category of clouds. Let's put them in now. Rias, new member of our community, pressing the button to confirm they are still here. Welcome to the Spotlight, Rias. One more question on clouds, and then you'll get to pick the next category. Let's go and take a look at the final question, which is: an iridescent cloud was seen in August 2022 hanging over which province of China? Was it Jishu, Jiangxi, or Hainan? 10 seconds. And forgive my pronunciation. Fine. Correct answer. Hainan. Hainan was the answer. Got that one wrong, but you've got 0 spotlight points. Apparently the next question is free. It shouldn't be free, so that might be an incorrect debug. Or it might be a bug, but not many getting that one right. 6 out of 31 apparently were correct on that one, just shy of 20%. Hainan was the answer. Let's go back to the category board, and Rias, time to pick another category. So we have the 3 that we haven't seen from before: Glover's Night Fever and Doctor Who, and one new one for you, which is Taylor Swift by Zeus. Which are you going for? You have got a swap available if you don't like it. Doctor Who by Otley. Ah, there we go. Otley has gone a different shade on his border down in the bottom right-hand corner. I've gone that dark blue shade. Otley, you won't be able to answer these questions, but you are given 3 points for free, and you are given 100 pennies as well, which has been written to the drive. The category is Doctor Who. Let's see how we get on. Rias, you must get, at least if the logic is correct, we'll find out, you must get the first 2 correct. Let's take a look at the first question. The Mnemon most resembles which creature from Greek mythology? Is it Centaur, the Minotaur, or a Hydra? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer is the Minotaur. The border has gone green, which means Rias was correct. You've got 1 spotlight point. It's still saying the next question is free, which I think is an error. We will find out if you get the next one wrong. In theory, you should be eliminated on the next one, which might be a logical bug, or it might be a debug bug. We'll find out in due course. But for now, that is the right answer. Well played. Another Doctor Who question. Let's take a look. Which of these is a televised Doctor Who story? Destiny of the Daleks, Enemy of the Daleks, or Blood of the Daleks? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer was Destiny of the Daleks. Rias going for Enemy of the Daleks. And you have been eliminated from the spotlight because that is 2 out of 3 incorrect, which means it's a debug bug, not a logical bug, which is better for everyone because at least the rules are consistent. Rias, I'm very sorry, but you have to leave us already. 1 correct. It's not going to be enough for the spotlight final. Thank you for playing, and we'll see you later. You get the purple border to signify you've been in the spotlight and won't be selected again unless everyone else gets a turn. One more question on Doctor Who that needs to be asked. Let's put someone else in the spotlight. The other two are audio plays. Thank you for the info, it's lovely. Silver Electron, you're up. Press the button to confirm you are still here. Bring back the alarming shade of magenta, what that looks like missing material. Welcome, Silver Electron, to the spotlight. One more question on Doctor Who, then you get to pick the next category. Let's go to the board. The target at the moment, the high score in the spotlight is 3, as set by AB Me. Let's take a look at the final Doctor Who question. Oh, it certainly should still be blue. Can someone note that? That's a bug. Author should still be blue if a player is cleared. Someone note that down, because otherwise I'll forget. Please, and thank you. So 2 things for you to note down in suggestions, if you would be so kind. If someone else has written it, don't worry, but 2 things. Debug bug on change player, and author border changes colour on change player. Something like that, and I'll know what it means, and I can refer to the VOD if not. Thank you very much. Here we go, last Doctor Who question. And it's certainly, I'd be curious to know if you can answer this. You shouldn't be able to. Who played the War Doctor in the 2013 anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor? Sir Derek Jacobi, Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir John Hurt. 10 seconds. To answer that question, it's like you cannot be picked if your pack is live. If you are picked and your pack is available, you won't be able to pick your pack. That logic has... that particular thing has been accounted for. Most of the gameplay logic where things like that would be a problem, where can you pick your own pack or can you be selected for the spotlight, that's been handled. I think it's just view bugs on the graphics which are incorrect, which is why you're still black now. You will probably go red in a minute, or we'll find out. But no, you won't be able to be picked for the spotlight if your pack is live. The correct answer... See, you've gone back to blue now, so that is correct, which is good. Sir John Hurt, the late great Sir John Hurt, and what a great episode it was, The Day of the Doctor. Derek Jacobi played the Master in, #spoiler alert, season 3 of New Who, before he regenerated into John Sim. Sir Patrick Stewart, I don't believe, has appeared in Doctor Who. Professor Yana indeed so proves. And... more importantly, Silver Electron getting that one right, so that's a good start for you. Time to pick another category, Silver Electron. Let's go back to the category board. One thing, in case anyone is suggesting it, we need some indication of how many packs we have played. I've noted that on the Trello board, but haven't implemented it yet. Probably on the floor somewhere. I will put a number for which pack this is, but at the moment that is not implemented. So I think this is the 4th pack that we're about to pick, but I'm not 100% sure. He plays a Sontaran. Very good. Silver Electron. There's the 3 that we had before: Glover's, Night Fever, and Taylor Swift, and one new one for you: Manhole Covers by Lewis. Swap available. If you don't like any of them, you can swap one of them. We're going for Glovers by Lupine. Lupine, you won't be able to answer this one. Oh, and Sotley's order should unblue at this point. That's a bug I need to fix. It will probably fix itself, it's Sotley, when you answer. But Lupine, you won't be able to answer these. You'll get 3 points and 100 pennies. Let's take a look at our first question on Glovers. Which of these is the stage name of rapper Donald Glover? Is it Lil Pump, Childish Gambino, or Young Thug? 10 seconds. Yes, he's gone yellow now. Pack names are really good, Colin. Credit to the community and the writers who do come up with some nice creative ideas. The correct answer there... Childish Gambino. Silver Electron was correct. That's 2 spotlight points you've got now. The next question is free because you've got 2 out of the last 2 correct. Let's play on. Excuse me. On which of these video game systems was Glover released for? Nintendo 64, Nintendo Entertainment System, or Super Nintendo Entertainment System? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. What's the Nintendo 64? It's another one for Silver Electron. You're 3 for 3. If it's a tie, I think it breaks a tie on total number of correct answers. I think. So if AB has got 9 out of 10 and you've got 7 out of 10, AB takes priority if you both finish on 3. But the priority comes down to how many in the spotlight. But I think that's a tiebreaker, just so we're all aware. That was correct. The answer was Nintendo 64. Very well played. Another question on Glovers. Let's take a look. Last question on Glovers. Which of these English football clubs is nicknamed the Glovers? Is it Northampton Town, Luton Town, or Yeovil Town? 10 seconds. And the correct answer, Yeovil Town is the correct answer. You're stuck on 3, and that is a wrong answer, Silver Electron, which means you must get the next 2 correct. But we've exhausted Glovers, and it's time for a new category. The 3 we had before: Night Fever, Taylor Swift and Manhole covers, and one new one, Reality TV by Sam is Acidic. You have got a swap available. We're taking out Taylor Swift, and we're replacing it with US Crosswords by Dogfish. No swaps available. You must pick one of those categories. Night Fever by Colo. Lupine, your border will unblue shortly. I will fix that in due course. But we're going for Night Fever. Colo, 3 points and 100 pennies to you. Let's have our first question on Night Fever. Which queen awarded the first knighthood given to an English actor? Elizabeth I, Elizabeth II, or Victoria? 10 seconds. I mean, I don't actively dislike her, Collins. She's just not someone I would choose to listen to. She's got a couple of good songs in. And that's time. Correct answer. Oh, it was Victoria. What did you say? You went for Elizabeth II. No, it was Victoria. I haven't got the information to tell you which one it was. But earlier than Elizabeth II. Unfortunately, Silver Electron, you tie on 3 with AB Me in the spotlight. So there's a chance you could be back for the spotlight final, depending who gets the most points altogether. We'll have to see how we're getting on come the end of the game. But for now, we have to say goodbye. So Spotlight high score is still set at 3. AB Me and Silver Electron tied at the moment. We'll have to see how their scores are for those interested in keeping track. Silver Electron is the very top right, and AB Me is somewhere else that I can't see at the moment. Where have you gone, AB Me? Where are you? What do your avatar look like? The A is good. I'm ignoring you because you've got the purple around you. So on the left, on the right hand side of the board, AB Me next to the board, innermost columns. So yeah, the distinctive A. So keep an eye on those two until we get someone who surpasses 3. Let's put another player in the spotlight. Silent Marine, confirm you are still here by pressing the magic button, and your spotlight journey will begin. This is Silent Marine, and this is where I need information for you to type in, saying you're a butcher from the Isle of Man. Silent Marine, 2 more questions on Night Fever. If you can get at least one of them right, then you get to pick the next category. Let's take a look at the next question. Michael Knight, protagonist of the 1980s television series Knight Rider, was played by which actor? Jean-Michael Vincent, David Hasselhoff, Eric Estrada. 10 seconds. And that is time. The correct answer was David Hasselhoff, and Coda was again gone purple. Not the right answer. You've gone for Jan-Michael Vincent, unfortunately, which means you must get the next question right. Oh, excuse me, in order to stay in the spotlight. At the moment, Silver Electron has got the lead over AB Me, so Silver Electron is in pole position at the moment. We'll see how the rest of the game plays out. One more question on Night Fever. Let's take a look. According to Thomas Mallory's Le Morte d'Arthur, there were how many knights of the Round Table? 12 or maybe 13, around 60, or at least 140. 10 seconds. Fine. I don't know why my stream deck keeps going back to the wrong page when I defocus, but yeah, there we go. The correct answer, at least 140 in Silent Marine. It's a short trip in the spotlight. Sadly, you have been eliminated. We won't be seeing you in the final, but thank you very much for playing. So, 4 packs in, 5 packs in, something like that. And the high score stands at 3. And we need to pick another player to go into the spotlight to pick our next category. Let's put one in now. Puzzle Order! He's not wasting any time confirming he is here. Puzzle Dan, welcome to the spotlight. It's time to pick a category. You've got the 3 that we had before: US crosswords, manhole covers, and reality TV, and one new one for you. The film industry is lying to you by Oni91_573. Swap is available if you don't like any of them. We're going for reality TV by Sam is Acidic. Sam is not with us tonight, but he gets 100 pennies all the same. Let's see what this category brings. First question. Where is Love Island filmed? Fiji, Switzerland, or Spain? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. Spain. Incorrect answer from Puzzle Dan. One more opportunity. If you get the next 2 right, then you can stay in the spotlight. Otherwise, you will be going home. Let's take a look at the next question. Which of these is the name of an obstacle featured on Total Wipeout? Sucker Punch Wall, Ring Cross, or the Kicker? 10 seconds. Excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Vertigo, and still good. Correct answer. It's a Sucker Punch Wall. You're getting that one right, Puzzle Order. Very well done. You get to stay in the spotlight. Must get the next one right as well. One more question on reality TV. Let's take a look. On which television competition might a contestant hear the phrase, "The tribe has spoken"? Is it Big Brother, The Amazing Race, or Survivor? 10 seconds. Knew someone was going to make a comment about that, Colin. And that's time. Correct answer. It's Survivor. It's another sea of green. Either it's an easy question or we know Sam's penchant for Survivor. You survive in the spotlight, Puzzle Dan, and you get to pick the next category. You have 2 questions, and the next question is free. Even if you get it wrong, you get to stay. Nicely done. Let's take a look at that category wall. 3 categories we had before: crosswords or US crosswords, manhole covers, and the film industry is lying to you. And one more: Spotlight Deja Vu by Jogging. I will add with this pack, these are all questions that have been seen in previous games of Spotlight. So it's a bit of a general knowledge, and that's the one we're going for. 100 pennies to Jogging, and 3 pennies if he's here, which I don't think he is. And good luck. Spotlight Deja Vu. Swap still available if you get another opportunity, by the way, Puzzle Dan. Question 1. Which character would in each episode swap his suit and bowler hat for a different form of fancy dress that led to adventure? Was it Mr. Bean, Mr. Byrne, or Mr. Ben? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer is Mr. Ben, and he's here tonight. Colo, the Pope. Yes, the Pope is with us. Very pleased to see you got it right, as did Puzzle Dan. You are 3 out of the last 3. Very well played. One more, and you are into the final as it currently stands. Let's take another look at a Spotlight Deja Vu question. Which champagne brand is the official sponsor of Wimbledon? Is it Moet and Chandon, Veuve Clicquot, or Lanson? 10 seconds. The correct answer. Lanson Black Label. Incorrect answer from you there, Puzzle Dan. I am sure it's pronounced Moet and not Moe. I always used to pronounce it Moe, but apparently it is Moet. But Lanson was the answer we wanted there. You must get the next one right to stay in the Spotlight, Puzzle Dan. One more on Spotlight Deja Vu. Let's take a look. The property that x plus y equals y and x or x times y equals y times x. I'll read that again. The property that x plus y equals y plus x or x times y equals y times x is called what? Associativity, commutativity, or transitivity? 10 seconds. Time up. Correct answer. Oh, it's commutativity. Puzzle Dan getting that one wrong. Going for associativity, not the answer. 20 out of 31. Getting that one right, 64.5%. Unfortunately, Puzzle Dan, it's another 3. You're joining the 3 gang with Silver Electron and AB Me. But there's still time for that to be beaten. Puzzle Dan, you could have a chance in the final if you have the highest score of those 3s. At the moment, I think it's Silver Electron on 11. We may see you in the final. Thank you for playing Spotlight. And that concludes Spotlight Deja Vu. We need another player to pick another pack. Let's put one in. Looks like Silver is breaking the tie at the moment. Vixen, you have been chosen for the Spotlight. Press the button to confirm you're still here, and welcome on in. First order of duty is to pick our next category. There's the 3 we've already had. US crosswords, manhole covers, and the film industry is lying to you. You have got a swap available if you don't like any of them. If you press the right button not to pick or swap, swap is in orange if you do want to swap. And the 4th category is The Pits by Cola-Cola. We're swapping manhole covers. Lewis's question is out, and it's replaced by Space at the Mercury Prize by Samster Samster. No swaps available. You must pick one of the categories there. We're going for The Film Industry is Lying to You by Oni. 2nd Oni pack this evening, but you'll only get 1 name in the credits because that was a bug that I hadn't realised was a thing last time because we didn't see the credits last time. Kirstuken, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Let's take a look at our first question on The Film Industry is Lying to You by Oni91_573. Which 2000 World War II film depicted the Americans as the first Allied capturers of an Enigma code machine? Was it U-572, U-571, or U-573? 10 seconds. And that is time. And the small flush has heard a reference to World War II and has appeared as if by magic. Dylan, which 2000 World War II film depicted the Americans as the first Allied capturers of an Enigma code machine? U-572, U-571, or U-573? What's the answer?
7.
Oh. No, U-571. Yeah, I haven't seen that film, but I hear good things about it. Vixen, you were...
It's on Netflix.
I think it probably is. Were you in the middle of cleaning your teeth when you heard World War II and immediately popped up? Correct answer there, Vixen. Good start. Let's take another question on The Film Industry is Lying to You. Jamaica wasn't the only Caribbean, or Caribbean if you're American, country to compete in the bobsled at the 1988 Winter Olympics. Who else did, and did better than Jamaica by virtue of actually finishing? Was it Netherlands Antilles, Antigua and Barbuda, or Trinidad and Tobago? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Netherlands Antilles is the answer. Wrong answer from you there, Vixen. Going for Trinidad and Tobago, I think, if I saw my log correctly. Yes, I did. Trinidad and Tobago, not the right answer. Which means you must get the next one correct in order to stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look at it. In The Theory of Everything, Stephen Hawking attends a lecture on what phenomena in 1963, despite the name of them not being coined until 1967. Was it gravitational redshift, dark matter, or black holes? 10 seconds. Time. The correct answer was black holes. That is a right answer from Vixen. You get to stay in the spotlight. You must get your next question correct in order to stay there, but you're still there for now. 2 questions correct in the spotlight, and you get to pick our next category. The 3 you've already had: US crosswords, Space at the Mercury Prize in the Pits, and one new one for you: Young Adult Science Fiction and Fantasy by J. White 14. You do not have a swap. You must pick one of these categories. We're going for Young Adult Science Fiction and Fantasy by J. White 14. Former member of the community. Since moved away, but writes some pretty good trivia. Let's take a look at our first question on Young Adult Science Fiction and Fantasy. You must get this one right, Vixen, to stay in the spotlight. What is the name of the eponymous protagonist of Jenny Nimmo's Children of the Red King series, featuring endowed children with magical powers? Is it Charlie Bone, Charlie Bucket, or Charlie Brown? 10 seconds. And that's your time. Correct answer. Charlie Bone was the correct answer. Charlie Bucket, the protagonist in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie Brown from the Peanuts comics, I believe. It says you've got 3 spotlight points and you must get your next question correct. I think that's a second debug bug which I need to fix, because you don't need to get the next question right. You can get the next question wrong and stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look at it. What is the name of Garth Nix's series that started with Sabriel in 1996 and has continued until Golden Hand in 2016 thus far? Is it Seventh Tower, Old Kingdom, or Keys to the Kingdom? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. Academic, because you've got it right. Old Kingdom is the answer. And Vixen, you are now the front runner for a place in the Spotlight final because you have gotten 4 questions correct in the Spotlight. Very well played. And the next question is free. Let's take a look at our final Young Adult Science Fiction and Fantasy. A new leader. We have got a new leader. I need a button for that. That one will do. Take a look. Which author appeared as themselves on The Simpsons, deviously heisting their way into the bestsellers list yet again? Was it Patrick Ness, Neil Gaiman, or Mallory Blackman? 10 seconds. This question obviously written before the allegations against Neil Gaiman came out in the last couple of weeks and is not in any way a condoning of his actions, alleged actions or behaviour. The correct answer is Neil Gaiman. 87% getting that right in the Spotlight, including Vixen, which moves you up to 5 points and an opportunity to pick the next category. Let's take a look at the board. US crosswords, Space at the Mercury Prize in the Pits, the 3 carried over from last time, and a new one. Game of Thrones by Royal Flush. You do not have a spot available. Hey! Yes, this was not the new one. This is one that already existed. This is not the new one that I stalled the beginning of the game to start. This one already existed, I promise. Game of Thrones by Royal Flush. Let's see how we get on. I'm very much in my wheelhouse here. Here's the first. Which Northern actor, famed for his many on-screen deaths, portrayed Ned Stark in the first season of Game of Thrones? Was it Sir Ben Kingsley, Sean Bean, or Christopher Eccleston? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer is Sean Bean. And I've got notes. He died in Season 1, Episode 9, because of course he did. Apparently I've debugged that twice. I debug it at the front of the question and the end of the question, so that's good. Yes, Sean Bean was the correct answer. And Vixen getting it right, moving up to 6, halfway towards your maximum. I don't really think it's spoilers. I mean, the book's 30 years old. The show's 15 years old at this stage. Certainly that season is. Sean Bean was the answer. Let's have another question on Game of Thrones. What is the name of the capital city of Game of Thrones' fictional country, Westeros? Is it King's Landing, Meereen, or Winterfell? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer is King's Landing, and Vixen getting that one right as well. Yeah, established by Aegon the Conqueror during the Dragon Conquest. Meereen is one of the slave cities of Essos that is liberated by Daenerys, and Winterfell is the seat of House Stark in the north, not the capital. That's 7 spotlight points for you, Vixen. Let's go on to your third Game of Thrones question. What styling is given to the leader of the Night's Watch? Is it Knight King, Ranger General, or Lord Commander? 10 seconds. That's time. Correct answer is Lord Commander. Jon Snow was the 998th Lord Commander before, spoiler alert, season 5, 6, 5? I'm not even going to say it because we haven't got that far in our rewatch. But yes, Lord Commander. And that was the final question of the maximum pack limit, which is 10, which is why you've turned around Vixen. You will therefore be eliminated with a score of 8, and we will bring back the highest scoring player, of the highest scoring spotlight player at the end of that, which is why you've turned around. But Lord Commander was the correct answer. So the high score is 8. Yes, Bork. My dog is having a Bork. The state of season 8. I don't know. I mean, the story sort of went down the toilet a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, that means it's time for the Spotlight Final. That is 10 packs. That's how long it takes to do 10 packs for anyone who was keeping score. And it's time for our finalist, who is... It is Vixen with 8 points. And we'll see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our dots have changed from 12 to 10 because there are only 10 questions in the final. Vixen, welcome back to the spotlight, temporarily leaving us only to reappear because you now have the challenge of answering as many questions out of 10 as you can for a place on the leaderboard. Nando holds the record, I think, with 7. It was 7 out of 11, but he got the 11th question wrong, so functionally it's the same as 7 out of 10. That is the target, I believe, on the leaderboard, and you'll get 1 question from each of the categories that we saw over the course of the game. Everyone else who's still playing along in the background game, play along as you did before. If your category comes up, unlike in the main game, you can answer this one for points, which means you can also get it wrong if you can't remember your own trivia. But hopefully if you wrote the question, you'll get it right. It will also say the name of the author and the category at the top of the board. So, Spotlight Knowledge by the Game Night community. Let's have our first question. On the subject of 69 by Oni91_573, which of these albums was not released in 1969? Was it Let It Bleed by the Rolling Stones, The Beatles, aka the White Album by the Beatles, but overrated, or was it Led Zeppelin by Led Zeppelin? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. Let It Bleed by the Rolling Stones. That's the correct answer for Vixen. That's 1 in the Spotlight final so far. It was not released in 1969. It was released in a different year. Don't know what. I don't have the notes to hand. Well played. Let's move on. Our next question. Clouds by Shadow. A cloud that discharges lightning is known as what? Cumulonimbus. Oh, for fuck's sake. Nimbostratus, I can do that one. Or stratocumulus, 10 seconds. Words. Words indeed. That's time. Correct answer. It was the one I couldn't say. Cumulonimbus. Cumulonimbus. Vixen, that's another one right. You're 2 for 2 in the Spotlight final. Well played. Third question. Doctor Who by Sotley. What was the first word spoken by Christopher Eccleston's Doctor when the show relaunched in 2005? Was it run, hello, or rose? 10 seconds. We'd hope it Sotley gets this one right. It was indeed run in the episode titled Rose, but it was not the first word he spoke. But it was to the character Rose, not hello. Very well done, Vixen, getting that one right. 3 for 3 in the Spotlight final. Let's take a look at the next. Glovers by the Lupine One. What was the name of Marty McFly's father in Back to the Future, as played by Crispin Glover? Was it Bobby, Andy, or George? 10 seconds. That's time. George was the correct answer, and we've reached past the point where it crashed last time, which means I've obviously fixed the thing that broke last time. Of course, the lights aren't working in the top left, but they're not supposed to anymore, because it doesn't matter if you get them right or wrong. George was the answer. 75% of you, or 74.2, getting that one right. 4 out of 4, Vixen. You're doing well. Let's take a look at the next. Night Fever by Colo. Which author wrote of a very parfit genteel knight? Was it George R.R. Martin, Geoffrey Chaucer, or William Shakespeare? 10 seconds. And that's time. And it was Geoffrey Chaucer. Halfway through the final, and you're 5 for 5, Vixen. Very well played. Geoffrey Chaucer was the correct answer. 2 more will tie you at the top of the leaderboard. 3 more will give you the top spot. Let's take a look at the next question. Reality TV by Sam Asidit. Which of these artists initially lost a talent show before finding fame? Is it Katy Perry, Beyonce, or Rihanna? 10 seconds. Canterbury Tales, isn't it? I think so. It's the only thing I know by Geoffrey Chaucer. And that's time. Correct answer was Beyonce. I don't have the data. Only 16% getting that one right. Vixen's the first foot wrong in the final. You've still got 4 questions to go, but the answer there was Beyonce. Let's move on. Next question. Spotlight Deja Vu by Jogging. Which comedian removed the wax seals and put them in a pocket in their outfit? Was it Kerry Godliman, Catherine Parkinson, or Mel Gedroic? 10 seconds. Somebody in the chat can explain this to me, because I can see what the answer is, but I haven't got a clue. Oh, it's a Taskmaster thing. Okay, that makes sense. Mel Gedroic. Yes, remove the wax seals and put them in their pocket. Have I seen Mel Gedroic in Taskmaster? I really need to watch that show at some point. Apparently it's very good. Getting that one right, Vixen. You're up to 6 with 3 to go. Here's the next. Film industry is lying to you by Oni and 2019's Joker. Which of these advertising campaigns appeared despite first appearing years after the implied setting of 1981? The Domino's Pizza Noid, the Sugar Puffs Honey Monster, or the Energizer Bunny? 10 seconds. Correct answer. With the Energizer Bunny, you're up to 7. I think that's a tie at the top of the Spotlight leaderboard. One more will give you the top spot. You've got 2 questions to get it. One's on Game of Thrones and one is on young adult science fiction and fantasy by Jay White. Which author completed Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series and is known for extensive world building and magic systems in their Cosmere universe? Terry Pratchett, Brandon Sanderson, or Andy Weir? 10 seconds. And that is time, the correct answer. Brandon Sanderson and Jay White stumped you here, Vixen. You've got 1 question left if you want the top spot. Otherwise, it is going to be a tie with Nando. Very best of luck. Here is 1 more question on the subject of Game of Thrones by me. Which TV channel broadcast Game of Thrones in the USA for the duration of its 8 seasons from 2011 to 2019? Was it CBS, AMC, or HBO? 10 seconds. That is time. The correct answer is HBO, and it's 8 out of 10. It gives you the top spot of the leaderboard, Vixen. Yeah, HBO stands for Home Box Office, apparently. AMC is American Movie Classics, famously broadcast Breaking Bad, and CBS is Columbia Broadcasting System, apparently. And with that, Vixen, you've got an 8 out of 10 in the Spotlight final. You're going to take a top spot on the leaderboard, and that is the end of our game. Very well done, Vixen. A valid performance. The last person to get into the Spotlight, but you managed to make it count, and you've finished up with 8 out of 10 in our Spotlight final. Very impressive score, to be sure. Do I have a leaderboard, or does it just go to credits? Oh no, it just goes to null reference exception. Why does it do that? Apparently something else is broken here. No, come back, console. I'm going to need you to fix the problem. Null reference exception in gameplay pennies 106. Add. Next up, total correct answers. Do I? Oh, if I've done that, I'm going to be so cross. Do I not increment total correct answers anywhere? Hang on. No, apparently I do, but I've got some null reference exception. Let me look at my player manager. More bugs! Yay! Player manager, life mats, controls, pulling data. Total correct? No, it's definitely showing me various totals correct. So that's correct. So why is that wigging out? During the writing data to drive, something is happening at line 106 in gameplay pennies. Medalist.gold medalists .add. Or do I Twitch? Is the Twitch name null? Surely not. No, Twitch names aren't null. Unless Ord I is null. Don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. It looks like pennies aren't actually going to be added on for the second time in a row. Let me go back to the operators to see if I can fix that. Display final leaderboard should be where we're at. No, still a null reference exception. Okay. I'm going to need to look into that. That's quite annoying, isn't it? I will manually add on the scores. Hopefully we can still roll the credits, and then I'll come to the cam at the end. Hide final leaderboard. What does that do? Okay, so it toggles it back on. Let's toggle it off again. There we go. And now I should be able to roll the credits. Yeah, roll credits is next. For some reason, something's gone wrong with the penny adderer. Does anyone want to have a look with me before I roll the credits? It's a very unusual place for that to be a bug, because the penny class tends to be fairly consistent between games. So it's saying at line 106, something's gone wrong. I'm getting a null reference exception. It doesn't tell me where, though, on that line. So either medal list is null, which I don't think it is, because load medal JSON populates that. Oh, unless I've not put the game name in. Hang on. No, I have put the game name in. Does that not exist then? That medal list. It might be that that medal list doesn't actually exist. Which, if that is the case, no, the medal list definitely exists. But it's null. Why is it null? Let's make it not null. And try that again from play final leaderboard. Let's see if that fixes it. Hey! So for some reason, that medal leaderboard... Oh, thank you, Ash. That medal leaderboard was null, which means the medals from the last game didn't take, which means I'm going to need to go and add them on. But those are the final scores. Hurrah! So that is still working. So it's Otley taking the bronze, 2 taking the silver, Rapunzel taking the gold. I'll have to go back and look at the VOD to manually put the medals back on. I've no idea why that is null. There should be medals from last time. I thought I did them manually then. But anyway, that has now written the data to the drive, which is good. That is no longer null, and those medals should now have been added on. If I look at Spotlight, yes, I can see Rot Rapunzel gold. Now cut that out silver. It's Otley bronze. No lobby medals in this game because it's a global game. But yes, that's now working. Pennies should have been incremented as well. Yes, pennies incremented in the same function. So, woo, there they go. Lovely. Which means I can now roll the credits and go to wrap up. So congratulations, Vixen. I'm hoping that's put you onto the leaderboard, which I'll go and double check in a minute. And all will be well. Thanks for playing Spotlight. I'll see you after the credits. I was determined to show the credits off because they're dynamically generated and they only show the author. This is the bug I had at the beginning. It only shows the authors of the... Whereas before it showed every author. Now it only shows the authors of the packs that were actually played and generates them dynamically. And still keeps the thing finishing at Spotlight. So yeah, I was happy that I wanted to show that off. Hooray! That seemed to get through. I need to look at why that was null. It shouldn't have been null. And I'm going to have to go and add on the medalists from the last game, which I did go through and do manually. No idea why that's been set to null, but that's a good problem for another day. That was Spotlight, as it's supposed to be. And that, friendos, is going to be it for the Season 15 premiere. Season 15, God, we've been doing this that long. 5 years? The give or take? Well, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you. Or no spontaneous Spotlight, no. That's enough Spotlight for now. Some pennies coming in, which I will cash in before the Spacey 4 game. Oh, go on then. Why not? It's a premiere. Shall we do some Spacey 4 game, gang? Gives me time to cash in those pennies as well. 4 years. Well, I think I've been going more than 4 years. Because 4 years ago was 2020, and I was doing stuff when we were in Santorini. We were playing Danger Zone, and that was 2019. That was pre-pandemic. Though it may not have had the game night nomenclature then. Game night, I think, started in January 2020, but I was streaming Countdown and Danger Zone before that. So, here we go. Message from our sponsor, Digital David.
Congratulations on a great premiere.
You're very kind, David. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Most kind. Yeah, it's gone well, hasn't it? I've been happy with that tonight. Oh, there's a giant daddy long legs up there. What fun. Right, Spacey 4 game. Spacey 4 game to wrap the night up. As ever, if you've got anything you would like to add or contribute to the discourse, go join the Discord right there. It'd be lovely to have you. And tell me all your thoughts, ideally in the suggestion channel. Nice to see. It's not very bad. There's only about 4 messages, and it's mainly things that I've I've asked you to write down. So that's good news. Although I dare say more will come up in the future. Thank you for the 40 bits. I think, Matt. On-screen celebration. Is that a thing? Oh, okay. When did that become a thing? I have not done that. I like it. I didn't know you could do that with bits. Well, every day's a school day. How about that? Right, time for some Spacey full game to wrap up the night. Ugh, what layout is this? Can we go to 4K mode, please? Thank you. What am I giving away at the moment? 100 points per player. That seems quite a lot. Let's make it 50. Right. Spacey 4 game time. Beep. Should be 50 pennies for everyone who comes to join the game. Left or right. There we go. I shall come and join as well. Let's go left. In the meanwhile, let me tell you all about all of our other friends in the community who've got streams coming up at the moment. Notably, Ash the Bash. Let's give him a shout out. Shout out AT_Bash. Normally streams Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 PM GMT. Also quiz related stuff. But I think he's only on the Wednesday this week. I imagine he's gigging on the Friday. But on Wednesday, he's got Equation Grid, 5 minutes to a fortune, and Snap It Up. So a nice variety of stuff going on there. Oh, lots of people joining. See you, Kegler Coach, Timors, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. And so yeah, go give him a follow. Great guy, does some great quiz stuff as well. So give him a follow. As for me, like I mentioned at the beginning, I have got... Oh, well, I'm out of the game, so I can concentrate on continuity now. One of the 5 gigs, good lord, the week I'm playing on the Friday. That's a lot of gigs, but 'tis the season, I suppose. Throwback Thursday starts this Thursday, the 25th of July, with Retro Face-Off. So if that is your particular cup of tea, do come and join us this Thursday. It'd be lovely to have you here. We'll see if the software works, and we'll see if we get some people along for it. Looking forward to that very much indeed. I'm also going to be back next Saturday, the 27th of July. We've got Crossfire, as written by Topper. We've got Red Herrings, as written by Shapes. And we have got The Abyss, as written by Keshi. So, lots of games to look forward to next week. Non-zero chance, might have a guest with me. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Might be next week, might be the week after, might be none, might be both. Yeah, next week, Crossfire, Red Herrings, and The Abyss. Next Saturday, and Face Off this Thursday. I do hope you'll come and join me for that. I need to pick a raid message, and we need to go and raid someone as well. Let's see who is on. Now, I thought my brah was on. Let me go and see if he is. Let's see if he's on, because I thought he said he was. Yeah, start watching. He is. That's where we're going. And he's not got many because he's just started up a new channel, but he is absolute salt of the earth, top bloke, and potential guest at some point in the future. We're going to go and raid Nico, who is, you may remember from the 400th episode, he was in The Mole, but he's a Twitch partner, and he's just started up a new DJing channel, a new Twitch channel specifically for DJing. So we're going to go and raid him because he's a great guy and he's a really good DJ. So, oh, hello. Oh, Vixen, you've won 1,450 pennies while I was doing the continuity and the raid stuff. We'll go again in just a minute, but we're going to go raid Nico, Nico Hart DJ, new channel, and make sure you give him a follow as well. Great guy, and local buddy of mine. Yeah, abrupt end. Well, more pennies for you, Vixen. 1,450 pennies. Nicely done. I think we'll do that one more time. And yeah, that's all the continuity, but one more game to go. And I'm going to pick a raid message while that's happening. I'm also going to go right this time because left didn't work last time. Let's have a look. Hashtag get Ben and Ash to play Bellatro. No such thing as bears. I quite like that. Ticket bastard. Politics. What a twat. That's quite a good one, but I don't want it to feel like we're being quite aggressive. He's gone. He's fucked off. Start a prison riot. That's pretty good. Cow racism. I quite like cow racism. Oh, that sounds wrong. I don't like racism of any sort, but I like that as a raid message. Docky Wocky Hoodar. Justice for Jeffrey Carpets. Nandles Candles. Make Ben say things. Domino Ooh Ooh. Ooh Oh, possibly. Politics alert. Mercury is decomposing. I think it might have to be no such thing as bears. Or cow racism. What do we think? No such thing as bears or cow racism. Hey, survived that one. Let's go left side this time. What do we think? Bears is... Yeah, it's... Tell me in the chat. No such thing as bears or cow racism. Better do bears. Alright, no such thing as bears. It's Sotley, you win the raid message tonight. This is going to be a new thing for season 15. You're going to get 100 pennies if you get the best raid message. There you go. Let me do the other pennies while I'm here. Keshi Head wants 100. And then We Like Shapes. Did I survive? No. We Like Shapes and ABME 208 also want 500. Add to list. Award to list. There we go. Boosh, bosh, bash. No such thing as bears is going to be the raid message, and we're nearly done with Spacey 4 game. So, thank you all for joining me. Oh, Oni, Topper. What are you doing? I was at the list. 573, add to list, and Topper 1 Gaming, add to list, 500. Award to list. There you go. Fly by AB Mikas Toucan. Oh, Topper! I'm tempted to refund you and do it next time. Would I do that? Last bout of pennies for the evening. AB Mikas Toucan and Flyboy down to the final 3. And we've got a left and 2 rights. Thank you for joining me for the Season 15 premiere. I'm going to be back on Thursday for Throwback Thursday with Face Off. And next Saturday with Crossfire, Red Herrings and The Abyss. Sure to be fun nights. I do hope you can join us for them. And it's AB Me who takes the 1,400 pennies in the second penny prize drop. Spacey 4 game, whatever the game is. I can't even remember. Hopefully they've all been added on. I'm going to go check all the data banks afterwards. And hopefully all will be well. It's been a great premiere. I've had a wonderful time. Thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you to all the writers, to BC for Plinko, to Clive for the Escape Artist, to Quizzle for the Purge, and to everyone who contributed to Spotlight, to all the proofers as well, all the admin team who've been around as well. As ever, if you want to come and join us and hang out, you'd be most welcome to come and hang out in the Discord. We're going to go and raid Nico Hart, and we are going to go, or Nico Hart DJ, with the message, no such thing as bears, is going to be our raid message. I'll do it twice. Do it from the bottom. We'll do it from me. And until next time, you have been watching Game Night Season 15, Episode 1. I've been Royal Flush. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until next time, take care. Peace out. And good night.